Hello, hello. I'm back, friends. Alrighty, lads. Hello, hello. Anyone out there? Alright, friends. I've never done a patch video before, so we're just winging it and making shit up as we go. But today is the 17th of December, and Valve has graced us with an update. Some would probably say this is this is a long time coming. This should have happened quite some time ago, but, you know, either way, when something comes up, people will be happy anyways. But, yeah, I actually haven't read the update yet. It looks pretty fucking long. There's some Aghanim shard thing, 1400 gold. This is pretty cool. Heroes are definitely going to be balanced off of their Aghanim shard, right? It's like I'm back and hosting Moonduck. Uh-oh. Hello? Anyone out there? I see you guys there. Alright, cool, cool. Blah blah blah, new update. We've been all waiting for this for fucking ever and it finally happened. Hopefully it's a good one. So, I've only read a tiny bit so far. But it's pretty cool that there's the Aghanim shard in the very beginning. You already know that heroes are going to be balanced off of however crazy their new abilities or new upgrades are for skills, right? Like Clockwork, in this video it shows you he's got a jetpack. It looks like probably one of the worst things in the world, but maybe it's actually good. I have no idea. It looks fucking stupid, I'll be honest. But TLDR 1400 gold upgrades an item or skill. But it seems like there's not that much of a balance change, honestly, because in the beginning of the patch notes, there's always like, gold formula change from blah 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 to blah blah blah. Map change here, hills added here, bounty runes moved, whatever it may be. There's actually no gameplay changes, huh? Like, the map is the same, it looks like. Everything is the same. That's what it looks like to me, but maybe I'm wrong. Usually it's in the front and it's not there, so that's kind of disappointing. It looks like a small patch, even though clearly it's not a small patch. But yeah, Abaddon gets some tiny stat buffs. It's all whatever, really. His shard ability looks pretty bad, doesn't it? It looks uninteresting. And it doesn't look very powerful. So, whatever. Alchemist has Concoction, mana cost reduced so it scales a bit better. Cooldown is lower, so Concoction is overall better. Acid Spray more damage, and it applies immediately instead of after a second passes. Gold cap is lowered a tiny bit, but oh, okay, I see. So last hit count is it gets peeled back one until you hit the max gold, so it's really whatever. Not that big of a deal. Throughout the course of a game, maybe you're missing a couple hundred gold from this, right? Maybe a little more. It's whatever. They actually buffed his other abilities to make him, excuse me, to make him a bit more powerful, so that's cool. Not only about this stupid mechanic where he just acquires gold faster than everyone else. He actually has more powerful spells than before. Refunds, that's cool if you mess up. Scepter buff provides full stat bonuses. It's pretty nice. You're giving people 400 HP now. Not too bad. Cleave Talon nerfed. Self Scepter, spell amp damage nerfed, whatever. Doesn't really matter, right? This is pretty meaningless anyways. Berserk Potion throws a potion at ally target, applying a basic spell, granting 50 attack speed and 40 health during for 10 seconds. Cast range 800, cooldown 45 mana cost. Can be used on self. Okay, so you can get yourself out of slows and roots without having to press your ultimate. Not too bad, honestly. But I also have no idea how powerful these are because it's an ability. It's not. There's no stats, right? So I guess we'll have to wait and see how this stuff plays out later, I guess. Ice Blast takes less time to actually land, so that means when you press your ultimate, it would take a maximum of 2 seconds for that to connect in the area. Now it's, what, like 12.5% faster or something? It's a bit faster. Chilling Touch mana cost reduced. This is nice, actually. This spell uses way too much mana to level up first. And then Ice Vortex deals 40 DPS and reduces attack speed by 20. This is also pretty whatever, right? But I guess you could purchase it to help you farm, because now you can actually clear waves with 40 DPS on your your, your thing. Yeah, it does give you the ability to shove lanes, right? Which is pretty important. He didn't have any ability to do that before, so maybe this is a pretty big buff because it'll help him get to bigger items, but I have no idea. Anti-mage mana burn, scaling reduced a tiny bit. Okay, 15 talent changed from 12 agility to 8 armor. Alright, and then blink cast range talent nerfed a tiny bit. 20 blink control illusion to mana void multiplier. This talent wasn't that good, to be honest. It was okay. Like, it would apply when you're just blinking around everywhere and this illusion kind of scouts for you or stops people from chasing you because it disables their blink. Really whatever talent, honestly. Scepter rework now grants blink fragment, blinks an illusion at the enemy or location and attacks them for 7 seconds. Uses blink's cast range. Illusion cannot be controlled. 50% damage to the attack. Casting counterspell also casted on the fragment illusion. Cooldown 20, mana cost 50. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. I don't actually. Okay, so his previous scepter was completely worthless. Like, that was if you picked it up from Roshan or something, but you would never actually want to purchase the item. So maybe this is, now you don't feel completely worthless when Roche drops an Ags and you have 6 items already, but I don't know, it still doesn't look like an item you would want to buy an anti-mage, honestly. Maybe I'm wrong here. It is definitely good for scouting and it's a useful ability, but it's probably not more useful than the other items, but definitely a good 6-slot item. Alright, item shard upgrade. Counterspell creates an illusion attacking the caster for 5 seconds. Removes counterspell mana cost. Jesus. Can you imagine being a lowly support? Like, what happens if you're Lion and you hex anti-mage and this illusion just, it might not kill you, but you will actually have 0 mana afterwards. Definitely fucking annoying for a lot of heroes. It's cool that they built off his counterspell mechanic because that's pretty much what makes him anti-mage, right? Reflecting spells and burning mana. I thought that's interesting, but who knows? This hero is pretty, I would say, on the lower end of the average side. So, nothing special. Arc Lord and Strength gain reduced a tiny bit. Scepter rework after impacting an enemy spark wraiths now spawn a new wraith, which then starts its activation period. It has a 3-second spawn delay. Duplicated wraiths do not duplicate again. Okay, this one's a late game monster then, huh? Especially with the Tempest double, you're going to be pooping out spark wraiths everywhere. It's going to completely litter the battlefield. Not bad. Probably better than the previous one where you're creating random power runes. This one actually gives you something liable. But again, 6-slot item when you have nothing else to buy really. Talents nerfed a tiny bit, flux cast range, cooldown reduction, attack speed, all nerfed. Um, oh, I see what they did. He doesn't have Spark Wraith cooldown reduction anymore. Now he has damage on the 20 talent, but this 25 talent looks pretty fucking good, doesn't it? plus 12 seconds, Tempest duration, Tempest double duration. This thing's already a fucking nightmare to deal with. This is probably pretty good. And Magnetic Field Aghanim Shard upgrade now pushes enemies out of the area cast time at the cast time and provides allies no 20% magic resistance. I mean, interesting, but again, nothing crazy. Definitely useful. And I guess it's pretty cheap to purchase, so you wouldn't mind purchasing it in between like your second or third item, right? If you're playing against Phantom Assassin or Spectre, you get to bubble yourself and your teammates and kind of reset. Definitely useful, just don't know when it'll be purchased. Alright, Axe, I hope this is a good one. Battle Hunger cast range rescaled from 750. Okay, it's got some massive cast range at max level. Scepter rework, the old Scepter was the AoE Battle Hunger with the damage reduction applied on top of it. And now it's Berserker's Call applies Battle Hunger to affected units. Battle Hunger also reduces enemies' armor by 7 and grants you 7 per affected target. Half on creeps. Lowers Berserker's Call cooldown by 7 seconds. Wow. Pretty cool, actually, because, how many, like, when you guys think good Axe games, you probably think of, like, Axe against Illusion Heroes, right? But the problem with that is the Illusion Heroes, they burn your mana and they stop you from blinking. At least this way, like, when you get a nice big fat call off at a bunch of illusions or, you know, summons, like against some zoo heroes, you get mega tanky. This is actually a pretty decent change. And then you got some talent changes, 10 talent, normal move speed, now you have mana regen. I don't know about this one, to be honest. I feel like movement speed is a more, um, I guess I feel like it's overall just a more powerful stat than mana regen is, especially on a hero like Axe. But, I don't know, maybe it's useful. It can definitely be useful, especially if you want to be pressing Berserker's Call pretty much all the time to battle hunger and clear creeps and all that. But anyways, 15 challenge change from, oh, okay, I'm stupid. You can just get both. Mana regen just comes first. Okay, that's probably, it seems like a buff. The mana regen is definitely more useful early game. And then the other 15 talent is attacking procs counter helix change to 300 health. Oh, I see, I see. Now you have to decide between health and move speed. And I think it's mana regen and strength, right? Or is it mana regen and attack speed? It might be attack speed. Okay. Different for sure. Don't know how much better, don't really know how much worse. Maybe playing Axe with mana regen early game will feel fucking amazing, who knows. Alright, counter helix, the Aghanim shard ability causes your attack. Okay, so they just gave them the talent here on the Aghanim shard. So when you attack, you can spin and it has its own independent cooldown. Alright. I see, I see. Bane, night vision improved from 800 to 1200. That's fucking massive, by the way. That is a game changer in competitive for sure. Brain sap damage change, magical pure, finally, huh? And they return it to its old values. It's the same damage, it's just if they have any magic resistance, right, it's gonna do less than the pure damage. Scepter no longer improves cast point. Okay, brain sap cast point reduced. Alright, nice buff there. Fiend's grip damage type change from magical to pure. Good, good. Same thing, right? This was magical this was magical BKB piercing damage. Now this is pure damage. So it's actually overall more damage than before. Unless you're gripping creeps or something. Return of right click puck. Nice, nice. Hey, this is some big Bane buffs. Swap Nightmare and Feeble Hockeys. Thank fucking god. What a terrible. This is one of the worst changes of all time in Dota, and it wasn't complained more about because there's not that many Bane players. If you're pressing the same fucking. It's not even the hockey, right? It's that it's swapped. So visually, it's fucking with you too. When you level up, like you're pressing, you press Control W to level up your brain sap, and it's just fucking. Oh, just kidding. It's Nightmare and Feeble, not brain sap, but still, it definitely fucks with you, and it doesn't make any sense really. Earth and Feeble attack damage by percentage generation, cast speed by 30%. Cast speed slow is definitely interesting, right? Some heroes will feel it more than others. Heroes with typically longer cast speeds in general, like Lena, for example. Now it's going to be like you're incredibly clunky. Yeah, now it'll be just as confusing because people just got to use the old location. That is very true. That's the problem, right? They realize they fucked up, but to revert the fuck up, they're gonna have to fuck up again. Um, Interesting and feeble. I mean, I think this looks like a nerf. I think the status resistance amp was way more powerful, but I don't actually know. Because look at the cast range on this spell, right? 1100. Now when you play against heroes like Medusa, Faceless Void, these heroes that are trying to stand on the front and everything, they're gonna get casually enfeebled. Like way back in the day when enfeebled reduced damage, this is like the hardest hero for Medusa to play against ever. Like you would lose all your damage, and then you would get slept, and your teammates would walk right past, or people would just walk right past you. And it has really fast cast points, so it's probably just different. Now you can't grip people for 9 seconds, but I guess that never really mattered to begin with, right? But alright, let's see. Talent changes, spell amp increase, cast range. Oh, cast range reduced. Okay, so you get a nerf on the cast range. I don't think the spell amp, I mean, 12% is quite a bit, but it's really hard to get over cast range on this hero. And then 25 talent brain sap. Okay, so it's just keeping in line with the magic the pure damage changes. And then Aghanim Shard Fiend Script creates an uncontrollable illusion that is also channel cleanses when the target illusion takes 750% incoming damage and immediately dies if it is interrupted. Multiple Fiend Scripts and effects do not stack on the target. Okay, so you can grip, creates an illusion, and then you can chill, right? You can reset, you can do all that, so you may only get a grip off for like 2 or 3 seconds until somebody kills the illusion, because if you're taking 750% bonus damage, and you can assume 25% default magic resistance, right? And let's say you have 1000 HP. Let's pick a nice even number. 300 damage nuke does 225 damage to you, right? And then you multiply that by 7.5. It's going to take 1.5 nukes to just blow up your illusion immediately. So, huh. It's it's definitely interesting, right? Because the real Bane can keep gripping, right? Like you don't have to stop it like it does in this picture. Like they're stopping it for just to show that you can move around. But if you can also keep channeling, and now they have 2 units to interrupt instead, it could be pretty useful. Especially if you have, you know, level 15 talent, Aether Lens, and you're gripping from a full screen away, basically. Cool buff, for sure. Batrider armor up by 1. Sticky Napalm no longer does less damage to creeps. Thank God, this was a huge deal when it came to farming with Batrider. Sticky Napalm damage reduced from 10, 15. Okay, so it's just nerfed in the early levels big time. So you're basically forced to max Sticky Napalm playing Batrider. Valve is telling you you have to max Sticky Napalm, or you're doing it wrong. I really wish it mixed up who's fake or something. Yeah, that could be interesting, huh? I wonder if the enemy can see it's an illusion. Or if they just like, you know what I mean? Like, what if it picked 2 spots and it just shuffled randomly and you could have, people would have to try to find the real one and fake one. That'd be kind of interesting, but it'd also be weird, right? Because you'd be displacing your hero. Anyway, Sticky Napalm turn slow reduced again. So 2 patches in a row where Sticky Napalm's turn rate is super nerfed. Valve is saying, dumbasses, you have to max Sticky Napalm or you're just doing it wrong. But then they also buffed the radius. Radius buffs are obviously very big. Like, now you can cover so much more area with this shit, so this is pretty nice, especially because at one point his cast range was nerfed. So it's definitely promoting a stronger later part of the game. Playing fights off Sticky Napalm more cautiously by pressing it at max range to stack up people and start chasing him. So that probably helps a bit, because this hero, he does no damage in the late game, he's just a lasso, but now Sticky's a bit buffed. So I'm optimistic, but it doesn't look very good still. Firefly movement speed decreased, I see. Kind of sad. Flaming Lasso equivalent increased. Wow. Okay, this is a pretty big nerf. 20 more seconds, then 25 more seconds, then 30 more seconds. Pretty bad, but Flaming Lasso now has 75 more cast range. Okay. So that's Keen Optic cast range right there, just on the base Flaming Lasso. Very helpful actually, because this is a nerf that like when it originally happened, when Lasso had a cast range and then they made it basically melee, it was so noticeable. So maybe this one will feel really good. I don't actually know. But Flame Lasso secondary, Scepter secondary range increased by 50s. Really whatever. It's kind of cool, but not really. 20 talent movement speed increased by 5 with the talent, but the other talent is cooldown reduction. Oh, just kidding, it's not anymore. They removed cooldown reduction and now it's 2 flame break charges. 2 flame break charges are probably better, honestly, but cooldown reduction nerf with an ultimate cooldown nerf as well is pretty significant. And then you get to 25 and you have Flaming Lasso cooldown reduction again, so definitely strange, redistributing the power a bit, but I feel like it's still not good enough. Maybe it is, we'll find out. But the sticky napalm nerf looks really fucking bad, honestly. But maybe being able to not have it do half damage to creeps is good enough to offset that, because now you can farm faster. I don't really know. Still kind of a sad hero. I'd call this an outdated hero nowadays. He has one ability that helps him farm, and it's on like a 30+ second cooldown. Fling Lasso allows it to be cast on ally units, granting them 80% damage and has a 20% cooldown, or 20-second cooldown using LS. Pretty cool. Now you can misclick Flaming Lasso in team fights and grief your team, or you can save them. But it's a new, interesting dynamic to how this hero works. I wonder how it works with Ags. Like, if you Flaming Lasso an ally, will it also lasso an enemy next to it? Probably not, right? It'll just treat it as independent things. Yeah, more misclick options. A lot of shards seem to be adding saves, I see. Beastmaster, more damage on axes, cool. This spell is really pitiful. 60 damage at level 1 when you hit both axes. Fucking pathetic ability. 15 talent, change Hawk Vision to +3 mana regen. I see. I actually like this talent. The other one is armor, I think. Oh no, the other one is what? I think it's boar damage, right? I think so. +3 mana regen. This is a hero that mana regen is actually very useful on, but don't know. Helps with the Ags builds for sure. 20 talent change from health to wild access damage. Oh, just kidding. The 20 talent is it was either health or board dam. I don't remember. I forgot. Anyways, wild axe damage. Pretty cool. Plus 100 damage on wild axes. 25 talent change from wild axe damage to 350 health or Beastmaster health controlled units HP. Interesting for sure. The summons do kind of fall off in the later parts of the game, right? They can't survive against anything, but if they have anything good against clearing them anyways, 350 health is probably not the difference maker, and you're just gonna get the aura attack speed. But whatever, it's decent. Aghanim's upgrade, Call a Hawk is the Hawk, a dive bomb ability, channels 1 second, reveals, and then flies toward the target, targeting, dealing damage, and stunning. Okay, so they see the Hawk, but it's obviously only a 1 second channel, right? Let's see how fast this thing actually moves towards the enemy. Okay, that's a decent speed, I guess. But how strange. How fucking strange, huh? Don't know what to think about it, I haven't seen it. Bloodseeker base intelligence dropped by 4, that is quite significant. Blood Rage HP cost reduced, alright, not too bad. Blood Rage attack speed increased, cool. Blood Right damage reduced, much needed nerf for this ability just because even if this hero wasn't broken, the spell is broken. But at least it still has his early game power, 120 damage level 1. Cooldown nerf is pretty significant, I would say, in the laning stage. Going from 12 to 15 is a big jump. Mana cost increase, ooh, this one actually hurts. 70 to 90 at level 1 is pretty fucking bad, to be honest, but luckily his other abilities don't use mana, so maybe it won't end up being that bad, but this looks quite bad. Thirst non-hero heal increase. Alright, cool, you heal more off creeps. Thirst no longer provides half heal and 300 dying. Alright, whatever. Thirst now provides full heal rather than half when within 300 range of dying heroes. Alright, again, kind of whatever. I mean, it's definitely, there's going to be situations where it's useful, but like, it's hard to gauge how powerful that really is. Because, heroes have to die, right? There's hero, okay, that makes sense. Hero heal reduced a bit because now you're getting full value all the time. Rupture mana cost reduced. A lot of mana reduction on Rupture, actually. Pretty nice. Rupture damage increase. Okay, you got some damage increase on Rupture in the early game. Not too bad. 25 talent nerfs, whatever, honestly. And the shard Blood Rage attacks 91.5% of targets max health as per damage and heals you for that amount. Only affects Bloodseeker. Alright. So this looks good for carry Bloodseeker, especially because you have tons of fucking attack speed, and his laning stuff was actually pretty nerfed in the offensive manner, right? When you're spamming Blood Right. Um, yeah, extra healing is definitely better, but it's something that's not relevant in every game, so it's hard to actually gauge the strength, right? This is interesting, right? Because, like, You can assume Bloodseeker, especially if you're playing carry Bloodseeker, you're going to have a shit ton of attack speed. And 1.5% of a target's max health as pure damage. Pure damage is important, right? It's pretty decent. But you remember old Lifestealer? It was, Feast was percentage of current health. So obviously you would chunk through them faster at the beginning. This one is max health. So, you know, with X amount of hits, you'll kill anything in the game, right? But 1.5 is not very much. Like, 1000 HP, it's 15 damage in lifesteal, 2000 HP, it's 30, 3000, it's 45. I guess it's better than nothing, and this is only 1400 gold, right? And it only affects Bloodseeker, so this is definitely, you know, Valve is also telling you, we want Bloodseeker to be a carry hero. I don't know. Interesting. Don't know how it'll be, really. Have to wait and see and keep our eyes on it. But yeah, could be interesting. There may be some more further developments with this, with maybe some different items or something. Don't really know yet. Bounty Hunter 5 move speed, intelligence buff. Oh, sorry, rescaled, not buffed. Overall, you know, across 30 levels, it is the same. You just get it faster. Shadow Walk slow increased. Okay, not too bad. Track speed increased. Sorry, track radius speed increased. Then the Aghanim Shard, 800 vision around the target for your team. Holy shit, this is an OP mechanic, guys. Don't you remember when track and amplify damage would give you, sorry, not corrosive haze, that's the Dota 2 name, of course. They would give you movement, or they would give you vision. Interesting, interesting. So the way that abilities like this worked in the past, where if you use this on a hero with like flying vision or night vision, you would also get that kind of vision. Well, I guess this is 800. Before you would just get their vision. Huh. And 50% of the track speed boost, of course. Decent. Some more power to a much forgotten hero, so step in the right direction, of course. Who really knows how powerful that'll be? Yeah, it's like that for charge too. It's still like that for charge. You get vision when you do it. And if you charge like Night Stalker, for example, you get mega vision. Alright, Brewmaster. Oh, Brewmaster, I hope they gave you some love. One of my favorite heroes for sure. Base reduced by 3. That's not love right there. That's sad. Drunken Boner possibly provides evasion, critical strike, and then when you press it, it gives you 3x the number, and then of course you get the alternating slow and movement speed. Interesting. Some more power to the hero for sure, but definitely an awkward skill build on this hero, right? How do you skill build this hero? You have 3 abilities that you all want actually. Huh. Alright. Unsure, and then of course cooldown has been increased because now you have the passive component as well, so the early game cooldown is up. Primal Spirit Earth Brilliant Armor increased so with scales now. Health is also scaling, so oh, just kidding, rescaled. So it has less health at level. What an odd change, huh? Like what's the point of this? What is the idea behind this? Is it too powerful? Is it trying to offset something else? I don't actually know. Okay, more health regen, cool. I don't think anybody really cares about health regen on the Brilliance, but it's definitely a tiny bit more power. Storm Panda, HP regen, Storm Panda is magic resistance, Storm Panda health reduced, okay. Fire Panda has scaling armor, has HP regen scaling, 30% status resistance, okay. You know, it makes sense for the Fire Panda, right? I mean, Fire Panda didn't even get like a tank nerf, a health or armor nerf, but the Storm Panda got a health nerf because it has magic resistance. That makes sense. Scepter Rework now has 2 charges and can be cancelled at any time. Your hero forms back whichever building you cancel it from. Charge punishment. Interesting. Pretty cool, honestly. Adds a lot more depth to how you can play the fights. Yeah, how weird is that, right? Minus 100 health and it didn't, nothing else changed. I kept reading and I was like, did I miss something? You know, am I dumb? Am I just like just crossing over, just reading over something I didn't realize? But whatever. You have talent reworks here. No more health talent. Then you have Thunderclap slow at level 10. Thunderclap slow at 15. Removed with 30% Cinder damage slash duration. Okay, so it's a 300 damage spell with an 8-second slow once you proc it. So you have 30% more of an 8-second slow, which is Pretty decent, honestly. Now it's a 10.4 second slow when you proc it. Not bad, huh? Not too bad. Didn't they increase the armor of the Earth Panda? They did give it scaling armor, but at level 1 it just has less health to begin with, so it actually has the same stats at level 1 except for one more health regen. And they deemed that one health regen worthy of lowering the HP by 100. Some of these shards are super cool. 4 pandas. The thing, it doesn't give the stats of this void bruling, so I don't actually know how powerful it is. Can we actually see this thing hitting the snapfire? Yeah, okay, it does damage. I have no idea what kind of damage, if it's hero damage, if it's piercing damage, what the stats on this thing are, but, I'll take an extra panda. The effect looks pretty useful. Slow disarm. You're only going to get one usage out of it on a 20-second cooldown, but pretty darn cool, huh? Alright, Bristleback Warpath damage bonus. Alright, so it's 1 at max level, 3 at level 1, 2 at level 2. Viscous Nasal Goo now increases max attacks from 48. Cool. Sadly, this thing in the late game gets purged anyways, but this is a nice buff for when people don't have abilities to purge. Nasal Scepter, AoE increased, cool. Max Goo stacks to 15 attack speed. And the other talent is health. Hard to justify attack speed over health, I guess, but this hero actually has a difficult time building attack speed, so maybe it's really good for its DPS. Hairball grants Hairball, cough a quill field Hairball towards the target location, aggressive location, hitting enemies in a 700 radius of the goo, and 2 quills cast reach 1500. Okay. 1500 cooldown 20. So now you can you can use this to start so you can catch people, right? And already have some stacks build up. It's pretty decent. All Brewlings getting new Drunken Brawler pass is actually pretty huge. Yeah, the 25 talent. Fucking nuts, actually, right? Brewlings gain Drunken Brawler passive. Pretty darn good scaling now. It's about time they made these fucking pandas scale. That was my biggest issue with the hero, but now his early game kind of sucks too. Lost 3 agility, so he loses almost half an armor. 3% attack speed. But who knows, maybe it's a decent hero now. My problem with him, honestly, was that he has 52 damage and 2 armor. And he has low strength. His stats are really weak. Anyways, Broodmother, Agi gain reduced. Alright, nobody really likes this hero anyways. And then Aghanim Scepter, Silken Bola, Grand Silken Bola consumes 1 spin web charge and roots the target enemy for 2 seconds. Cast range 900, cooldown 12. Interesting. Alright, so now the webs are dangerous, huh? You really have to think about sitting on the webs and stuff. Kinda cool, I guess, but such a strange niche hero to begin with. It's whatever. Stampede duration rescaled, so now it's stronger later, weaker early. Sounds whatever, but this is the big one, right? Stampede damage increased to 200% at level 1. So Centaur at level 6 has like 50 strength. So now it's a 100 damage nuke instead of a 50 damage nuke. Okay. I mean, it's not nothing, but it's not anything crazy, right? 15 talent change from 40 damage plus 1 stampede duration, so a 5.5 second stampede at level 18. That's pretty decent, honestly. And the other talent, of course, is double edge percentage damage. Um, I don't know. We'll have to really see what this hero can do because it's hard to really gauge the strength of these changes. Item Shard ability Double Edge causes Double Edge to increase strength by 15% per hero hit for 12 seconds. Duration refreshes per stack up to 5 stacks. Slows enemies by 15% for 2 seconds. Huh. This does make Ag super good, right? You now have more scaling strength for your Aghanim Scepter ability. Sorry, for your Stampede. Right, right. And of course the Aghanim's damage reduction with a longer Stampede is also even more power for this hero's late game. What an interesting route for Double Edge. This one is awkward, but maybe it'll be really powerful. Alright, having 75% more strength, which also increases your double edge damage and your stampede damage, could be a shit ton, honestly. Yeah, who knows? Maybe it'll be really good. Yeah, definitely. 1.5 seconds to 40% damage reduction is a big deal, especially if lets you help you run up a cliff or something. Alright, Chaos Knight Aghanim Shard ability. Chaos will increase Faint as illusion and increases stun range. Whatever, honestly. It's probably kind of cool, but also not really at the same time. Chen, Divine Favor no longer has an active component. Holy Persuasion cannot be cast on already converted units to teleport, or you can be casting your own hero to water creeps to you. Talent changes, health increase, cast rate increase, Divine Favor to Penitence, slow to 15, 25 Persuasion units. Oh, charges at 25 is much more useful for replenishing the army, right? Am I stupid? Divine Favor? What is this shit? This is the aura, correct? I'm gonna go look at the wiki real quick because I don't understand this. What am I missing? Oh, holy shit, Chen is mega nerfed. Divine Favor no longer has an active component. That's the recall. You can't recall without having the without having Aghanim Shard, but it is a 30-second, 35-second cooldown, huh? Oh, and it's also different. It's only to base them. You're not bringing them to you. Now it's the old one. This is the old recall. You would send people to base, and then they'd have to TP out. Hmm. Yeah, that's exactly what it means. That for the rest of the tournament, people just have to figure out what's good for the patch. Yeah, we'll be playing in we have the upper bracket finals on Saturday against PPD's team. So yeah, it should be a good one. Alright, Kling's base mana regen reduced, so we lost 0.25 mana regen. Pretty sad for a very mana hungry hero, to be honest. 10 talent change from Skeleton Walk exits to 8 agility. Really? This looks like a nerf to me. 20 talent change from kills, reset death pack cooldown to 10-second strafe cooldown. I don't know what the other Klink's talent is. I think it's attack range, right? It's 100 attack range. This strafe cooldown talent looks a lot better than 100 attack range. But this is so strange. Why nerf this hero's early game? Is this too much of a buff? Then you have the Aghanims, cause the Skeleton Walk to create 2 Burning Army of Skeletons on exit. Okay, so you no longer have a talent, but you still have the ability to get this power through an item. And the Burning Army hits for 30% of Klinks' damage, and now you're creating 2 of them. So you're effectively creating a plus 60% damage buff when you know, fit this circumstance of exiting Skeleton Walk. And of course, they don't have that much attack speed, so it's not actually 60%, but like, you know, for argument's sake, just to give it some sort of value, you can look at it that way. I don't know. Strange, honestly. Um, it looks like he got nerfed from the level 10 talent and then losing mana regen, but maybe this 20 talent is such a big buff that it doesn't matter. So, who knows, to be honest. Clockwork 25 talent change from 40% magic resistance to spell immunity while inside power cogs. This is fucking massive. This is like, I don't know. This is, Clockwork's a fucking robot, right? Like this is like attaching like 2 more arms to the back. You know, like he's just powering up. He's just becoming more and more powerful. Pretty soon, they're gonna like, he's just gonna be like twice as big. That's what the next buff will do. But pretty cool. Of course, 25 comes really late for a hero like Clockwork, but if you do ever get there, this looks like an incredible talent. It definitely gives you something to look forward to. Jetpack grants. Jetpack rises up and grants flying vision, flying movement speed, and 15% movement speed, but significantly reduces ability to turn. Last 6 seconds, you are disarmed during the flying casting. Hookshot ends this buck. Cooldown 25 mana, cost 150. Huh. I mean, flying vision, of course, is fucking broken to begin with. So, like, this ability granting flying, you know, he's a vision master now, right? Flying vision, rocket flare giving vision. So maybe this is good. It's pretty cheap. It says significantly reduces ability to turn, so that means it might make hookshot harder to hit. You can cast hookshot from your ass with this thing. Really? Okay, never mind then. So it doesn't really affect the how you cast hookshot. I was thinking that like it would slow your turn like you're sticking napalm, so like it would make your hookshot more difficult to land, but I guess not. All right. Kind of cool. Crystal Winter Frostbite damage will change from 0.7 to 0.25, so more damage first instance. Alright, cool. Frostbite DPS change to a fixed 25 protect rather than being defined by its total damage. Similar damage to heroes and only affects things that change. Spell duration, like crit talent, and status resistance. I see, so it's just normalizing it with all that shit. Aghanim Shard, Frostbite reduces Frostbite cooldown by 1 second and allows it to be cast on yourself, reducing incoming damage by 70% for the duration. Also allows casting Frostbite while channeling as long as valid target is in range. Yeah, Glacius has arrived for sure, but not castable on allies, only castable on yourself. I guess that was Glacius too, right? He couldn't cast it on allies. Yeah, the flying clockwork looks pretty nuts. It looks really it looks like the goofiest thing you can have in the game. He's just flailing in the sky with the jetpack. I don't know how good this is. Maybe if really farmed on Crystal Maiden and enemy carriers are trying to all-in you every fight, like PA and Spectre, and you freeze yourself, it probably will win you the game if you're a farmed Crystal Maiden. But don't know. Hard to say how much power it has. It definitely can be fight changing for sure. Ion Shell radius increased by 25, not too bad. 15 talent change from Shell provides max health to 6 armor, okay. 20 talent change from armor to 1 second. Wall of Replica slow. Holy shit, this is massive because the slow from Wall of Replica, it it constantly applies until you exit it, and then once you exit it, there's a lingering slow effect. So that means this lingering slow effect is going to be even longer. Um, Pretty fucking nice, actually. It's a nice way to buff the hero. I am a fan. But of course, this hero has many other issues, and until you can really solve those, it's a buff to his later parts of the game. It's level 20. Scepter causes Ion Shell to have 2 charges, increases duration by 20 seconds, and provides a 350 bonus health. So the other one was a 12-second vacuum, right? Now you have the regular 30-second vacuum. But 2 charges on Ion Shell is pretty fucking powerful. Especially with the increased duration, right? Like, in theory, now you can have your whole team Ion Shelled for the max health at some point. Um, Good. Honestly, pretty good. You are adding a lot more power to Wall of Replica and to Ion Shell to begin with. And, well, of course, Vacuum is still an incredibly powerful ability, right? Now you can function a bit more powerfully outside of the Vacuum, which is good for a hero like this, because if it's all about the vacuum, as soon as you use that ability, you're shit, right? You want the power more evenly distributed so all your abilities feel useful, and then you still have your ultimate, the vacuum ability, and you know, it's all good stuff in the right direction. Aghanim Shard, normal punch, grants normal punch, passive cooldown attack, causes your next attack to knock an illusion of them and stun them for up to 2 seconds, knockback for 350 distance and deal 250 damage based on how far you moved in the past 3 seconds. Cooldown 14. Max power is after 1500 distance moved. Illusions last for 5 seconds. Alright, so this is some One Punch Man anime shit. It looks pretty fucking epic. It looks super duper anime. I like it. I think it looks fucking wacky and cool. And nobody expects this Super Saiyan punch coming out of this little old Darkseer. And for 1400 gold, looks like a pretty powerful ability. Yeah, it's, you charge it up, right? So you're making that auto attack really meaningful. You're not going to casually hit something. You're really going to pick and choose your target. And like you can push people through Wall of Replica with it. Um Fucking cool. Honestly, let's see how powerful it really is. I don't actually know, but it looks awesome. Dark Willow base intelligence by 3. Cool. Curse round, more cast range, 25 more each level. Cool. Bramway's cast range rescaled. Alright. Terra's cast range reduced. Okay. Change the 10 talents. No more cast range at 10. This is a pretty good talent, but this might be more useful. In the loop parts, the Shadow Realm cooldown. And then, of course, you have cast range at 15 anyways. They just swap places. Okay, 20 Bramble Maze cooldown nerfed a bit. Terrorize duration 25. Alright. Cursed Crown now creates 4 Brambles around the target after the counter ends, regardless of how it ends, and reduces cooldown by 3 seconds. Fucking awesome, right? Press Manta style, Lotus Orb, Greaves, you're still getting brambled afterwards. Super cool. Because this hero is extremely countered by soft dispels because all the spells are incredibly telegraphed, right? Fucking cool change. And it's on a relatively cheap item. I like it. Don't know how good, but we'll see. Shallow duration rescaled, okay. This is his worst ability by far, so maybe now they'll do something useful. Cooldown reduced as well, okay. Cast range, alright, now it's not a fucking awful level 1 spell, right? 700 cast range, pretty decent. 15 talent change from Shadow of Heal damage to 35 attack speed, strange, but, you know, he does have a damage talent. Maybe it's not terrible. Step 3, where causes Shadow to dispel allies, increases heal by 60, and increases damage by 80. Alright, 80 is a lot of heal damage. Oh no, oh. How strange, right? The heal and the damage numbers are different. Dispels allies. Soft dispel, hard dispel, I have no idea. I'm assuming soft dispel because that's what it was before. Um, useful, I guess. Definitely useful. How good? Absolutely no idea. But useful? Yes. Aghanim Shard ability, Bad Juju, upgrade launches attack at the 3 closest enemies within 1200 range prior each time you cast an ability. Okay, so basically they gave you the old scepter, but a nerfed version, right? 3 closest enemies instead of like a billion units. I think this looks worthless, but maybe this is really good in some, right-click dazzle games or something. But who knows? DP base, holy shit, 25 move speed. Fucking ridiculous already. Spirit Siphon no longer gains move speed? Okay, I see. So maybe at some point you were faster with Spirit Siphon, right? If you were getting 10%. Or if you were stealing 10% of their move speed, you can assume average hero with 300 MS. Getting 30, you would be slightly faster with that, and then of course with multiple drains you'd be faster, but rebalancing the speed and giving it to like your base movement speed all the time is fucking powerful. Yeah, she is the fastest range hero now at 335. Cool. Spirit Siphon charge. Okay, so faster Spirit Siphons, Exorcism Ghosts are faster. This might be fucking massive, honestly, because now they're dealing damage faster so they can trigger their internal cooldown and then attack again. Turn rate improved. Cool, cool. 25 challenge. No longer. Okay, so no more Exorcism Haste, but 20 seconds to the Spirit Siphon replenish time. Unsure if this is better or worse. It's definitely just different. But Exorcism granting haste was fucking broken. But yeah, okay. Spirit Siphon Aghanim Shard drains armor. Alright. Pretty cool, I guess. Um, for 1400 gold though, if you I don't know how long Spirit Siphon lasts, but if you're getting 5 armor from like a full duration Spirit Siphon, and it starts from cast time, so it doesn't replenish when you cast a new one, like best case scenario, you're getting I guess it's decent. It's not too bad, right? It doesn't take an item slot. Disruptor, talents, cooldown reduction on kinetic field -3. Cool, cool. This is actually a fucking good talent on this hero, but not many people play this hero to be honest. Aghanim's shard ability, Thunderstrike, cast on allies, follows allies, deal damage around them, and it gives them a short buff, 50% movement speed and 75 attack speed. What the fuck? That's pretty cool. Now you can like play this hero from even further range and just play off your allies instead, and increase radius. 50% movements. I know it's only 1 second, but like now you're like mini slaughter. You're slaughter sprinting every, you know, in each interval. Fucking cool, actually. Pretty cool. Alright, Doom. Step 3, where causes Doom to apply break and reduces cooldown from 145 to 100. Wow. You're reducing the cooldown by a shit ton. That is a lot. And then 10 talent increase the Doom duration from +2 to +3. Alright, nobody really gets this talent anyways, but whatever. And then the shard ability Infernal Blade stun duration is increased from 0.6 to 1.2 seconds. If the enemy level is a multiple of 3 or above level 24, they will be stunned for an additional 0.6 seconds and take 150 bonus damage. The fuck? Back with these fucking multipliers. It feels like they just do this shit for the memes, but a 1.8 second stun on a multiplier like that is not bad, right? With 150 bonus damage on a 4 second cooldown ability, like this is a fucking powerful late game ability. Yeah, they're super meme lords. Doom got some nice buffs for sure to his late game. Dragonite Breathe Fire mana cost reduced at okay, so it's 10 at all levels. Dragon Tail damage increased by 25 at all levels. Other Dragon Splash increased by 50, 15 talent, 50 more health. So it's other 15 talent is damage, so okay. Aghanom's ability grants Elder Dragon form the Fireball ability ignites a 450 AoE area for 10 seconds, dealing 80 damage per second to enemies in it. Last 10 seconds. Okay, so he just has the fucking neutral ability. Now he's just an ancient black dragon. Okay. The fuck? Sounds pretty bad, but what do I know, right? Draw Ranger damage reduced by 2, Frost Arrow slow reduced. Okay, so 1% at all levels. Marksmanship agility bonus rescaled, so okay. Nerfing the early game of this hero, marksmanship damage bonus reduced. Okay. 20 talent changed to a cooldown reduction on Gust instead of silence duration. Definitely a buff, but the other talent is so fucking good you probably won't get this anyways. The other talent is marksmanship damage. So yeah. Aghanim Shard ability. Frost arrows apply a hypothermia stack to enemy heroes, reducing their regeneration by 10% per stack. Lasts 7 seconds. If an enemy hero dies with hypothermia stacks, they burst and deal 60 magic damage per stack and 25% slow for 2 seconds. Enemies in 650 radius. Max stacks 7. Huh. The thing is, it's not healing, it's regeneration. Reducing regeneration is probably one of the weakest stats, but I guess it's better than nothing, right? I don't really know what to say. Um, I don't know how powerful this is. Like, let's assume this person is 7 stacked, right? You're about to deal 420 AoE damage when they die. I guess that can help you chase, right? Because it'll spread and hit the next target and slow. Um, yeah, I'm also thinking that there's probably better ways to spend 1400 gold. But so regeneration. Legion commanders press the attack is regeneration. Um, Wisp's overcharge is regeneration. Abilities that increase the green plus number over your health bar is regeneration. But yeah, still not sold on this one. Probably wouldn't purchase this. Yeah, Dismanky, all these are 1400 upgrades. Interesting, but not sold. Earth Spirit Earth Remnant duration reduced from 2 minutes to 1 minute. Enchant Remnant can now also be cast on Remnants. Has a 5-second cooldown when used this way. I don't even know what the fuck this means, I'll be honest. Hopefully it's a buff. Atom Shard Stone Remnant upgrade causes Earth Remnants to provide 400 ground vision, increased charge count by 4. Can you use Alt to see the radius? Cool, I guess. I really don't know how useful that is, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm actually excited to play some Darks here. Fucking use the meme master now. Alright, yeah, I don't actually know how impactful this is supposed to be, or any of these changes, so. Giving vision, though, I mean, is definitely a buff, right? You get to place a remnant on a hill, and then give vision. Cool, I guess. Earthshaker, Aghanim Shard ability Fissure reduces physical by 2 seconds, already nice, and allows you to walk on it. Whenever you cast a spell, an aftershock effect is replicated throughout the fissure path. Oh, that's fucking awesome, isn't it? Now you can you can actually make a decision between buying Blink Dagger and an Aghanim Shard. Or of course you're going to buy both eventually, but now you can fissure and enchant totem and still stun people without blinking in. What a cool way to play the fight. Yeah, this is fucking cool. Pretty cool, man. Yeah, now he's slapping people with the extra long fissure. That's awesome. So much needed love for this hero. This hero is not far from being like pretty powerful, right? He has 3 AoE stuns. Like, how can that truly be bad? Elder Titan Echo Stomp allows you to turn Echo Stomp into an autocast. When cast while on autocast, you'll take the place of the actual spell as it completes its stomp. Huh. That's cool because, like, now you're not wasting time getting melee range, right, to apply your aura. And maybe it's like a pseudo escape skill at some point. Interesting, interesting. funky stuff. Ember Spirit intelligence gain 0.4, pretty significant for this hero to be honest. Major mana issues. Activate Fire Remnant, Scepter mana cost increase from 25 to 75. Okay, whatever. Fire Remnants deal 45 damage per second and a 600 AoE around them. Dying or killing when you hero loses Fire Remnant nearby. Kills within 400 range of you count. DPS from multiple remnants do not stack. Okay, so you have more Fire Remnant generation through kills, and also when you throw this thing out, right, you're canceling Blink Daggers. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Right, right. ET can also bait people with the Echo Stomps, right? Because you don't know where they're going. Interesting. Enchantress cooldown, or enchant cooldown rescaled, so it's longer at their early levels and more powerful later levels to encourage people to actually max this ability because currently people leave it at level 2 and get everything else. Sporink no longer grants 150 attack speed passively. Sporink launches an impetus attack on the 3 furthest enemy units within your attack range plus 200. And then Spoink cooldown increased from 3 to 5. I have no fucking clue how powerful this is. It sounds pretty decent, but the way Enchantress is played in competitive usually doesn't like walk into this scenario where she becomes like a primary damage dealer. And there's also tons of popular gap closing carries like melee heroes at the moment, so maybe it's good. I don't really know. Aghanim Shard Nature Attendance adds 3 permanent Nature's Attendance that follows you around. Fucking awesome. This shit's cool. Like, this is just so much more added sustain and regen for your team because these also heal your teammates, right? Really cool. Her healing numbers throughout a game are going to be fucking ridiculous. So I like it. Enigma, please do good things to Enigma, one of my favorite Dota heroes. Demonic conversion attack point improved from 0.4 to 0.3. Okay. Demonic conversion duration from 35 to 40. Alright. Malefice cooldown 14 seconds. Major buff to the Malefice cooldown. Level 10 talent change from 4-second Midnight Pulse duration to 0.35-second Malefice stun duration. So you're essentially adding 1 more second total of Malefice at a level 4 Malefice. Cool. 15 talent reduced, so the cooldown reduction got a 2% nerf, and the other talent is Midnight Pulse Radius. Holy shit, Midnight Pulse Radius. Dude, this thing's gonna be fat as fuck. Yeah, Stevie, every hero gets either an upgrade to their current abilities or a new ability. So Aghanim Shard upgrade, Black Hole. Black Hole now does a non-interrupting pull towards the center in a 1200 AoE, pulls at a rate of 175 units per second. Holy sh! What is this? Dude, that's fucking awesome. If they're at the very edge, it'll probably suck them in before they can run, right? What an awesome thing. Even if this isn't like super useful, like thematically, this is fucking cool. The entire fight is now centered around this black hole sucking everybody in. How awesome. Right? Because like if you're not running, you're getting pulled in closer to it. So if you're standing and fighting, you only have like a shorter duration. It pulled them in if they were in it. Now it has a separate 1200 AoE where it's constantly dragging units towards the hole. That is pretty awesome. Cool. Faceless Void, lost 4 agility, but base damage unchanged. Okay, so he still has 66 base damage. Great champion, Valve. Time lock bonus damage reduced. Okay, this is like the most meaningless thing anyways. Like, this is such a tiny percentage of this hero's damage. This is like less than 1% of this hero's damage throughout the game anyways, so who cares? And then Time Walk, level 15, talent reduced Time Walk cast range by 25. Okay, Aghanim's ability, or Aghanim Shard ability. Time Walk remains castable for 1.2 or 1.5 seconds after landing. If used in this period, you will reverse your Time Walk backwards to your previous cast location. Increases Time Walk cast range by 200. Note, does not change health the second use. Holy shit, that's cool. That's interesting, isn't it? That is pretty cool. Definitely useful, right? You go in, you hit some dude, you bait everyone, and then you time walk back out. You rewind. It is the "oh I fucked up" button. Does it proc ags in both directions? I don't know, but I'm going to assume it doesn't because it says it also doesn't proc the heal. I mean, obviously it wouldn't proc the heal, but don't know. We'll see. Grimstroke, 25 attack range. Cool. Inkswell max damage reduced by 10% at all levels. Inkswell max values now happen after 2.5 seconds of touching an enemy rather than 3 seconds. Oh, I see, I see. So now you just get to that value faster than before. Phantoms Embrace mana cost reduced. Thank God. What a mana hungry spell, right? 110 mana for a fucking silence like that. Single target. Phantom's Race cooldown rescaled, so now it is long. Okay, just rescaled, so it's different. Phantom's Race bounty. Okay, less bounty. Dark Portrait illusion duration increased from 15 seconds to 25. Cool. Phantom's Embrace now refreshes the cooldown if the target it was cast on dies or okay. That does happen sometimes, right? It's traveling, they die, and then you've wasted this super long cooldown. Oh shit, Pop Tart says that the Aghanims thing on face the Aghanim shard when you jump in and jump out applies it to like the AoE bash from the scepter both times. That is pretty neat. So in theory you could just hop in place, right? And then you would hop back in place just for the guaranteed AoE bashes. It's definitely a lot of gold, but it's more options once you get to the later parts of the game. Aghanim Shard grants ink over, covers the target enemy in ink over 6 seconds, slowing attack speed by 50, movement speed by 20%, dealing a total of 240 damage over its duration. Interesting, I guess. It's just a spell, right? You're just giving the hero a new spell that applies a slow for both attack speed and movement speed. But there is synergy, right? You're slowing their movement speed for your ink spell to land, and you're also slowing their attack speed for your Phantom's Embrace not to get killed. And it's a low cooldown, decent cast range. Not bad, honestly. Pretty decent. This hero's pretty weak, to be honest, so any buffs are good for him. Gyrocopter attack speed thing. Attack backswing animation reduced. Okay, base damage rescaled, so now it is okay. Just more stable. Base agility increased by 7, but base damage unchanged. Okay, rocket barrage now to next target increases rocket barrage duration by 1 second. Okay, so some more AoE damage to the hero. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, Grimstroke is a mega mana hungry hero for sure. Huskar Berserker's what attack max attack speed increased. Cool. Life break scepter duration. This is the taunt when you ult someone out, it stuns them for longer. Cast range increase. Cool. Talents. Life break cooldown at 20. Looks fucking powerful. It was already a low cooldown ability. It's a BKB piercing single target stun. Okay, then attack range at 25. Aghanim Shard ability inner fire causes inner fire to reduce healing slash regen 50%, implies a 35% movement speed slow, lowers cooldown by 2 seconds. Fucking powerful, honestly, because it's also a disarm. Um, yeah, powerful for sure. Invoker Forge Spirit Staff harms 2 units on both class and exhort to 4 points. Forge Spirit armor reduction cap increased from 10 to 20. Cataclysm cooldown increased to 100. 10 talent, more chaos meteor damage. 15 talent, 40 DPS ice wall instead of +1 Forge Spirit. Interesting. I don't remember what the other talent is exactly. I think it's Cold Snap cooldown. And then 20 talent is okay, so alacrity damage speed nerfed by 5, and then 20 talent tornado cooldown buffed. Aghanim Shard ability Ice Wall causes Ice Wall to become a 900 range vector targeting ability. What is this? Holy shit, this is cool. This is so useful. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I'm taking a lot longer than I would have thought. Dude, this is this is like an ultimate ability. This spell reduces your movement speed to the fucking minimum cap to 100. And if you can place it in line with their escape path too, this is fucking powerful. Like, now you can tornado, ice wall, sunstrike, meteor somebody from like max range and 0 danger while also cutting off their escape path. And then you can also deafening blast them into the ice path, right? Like along the ice path. Fucking strong. Really powerful. Alright, Io. No longer has instant turning before actions. Okay. Attack point increased, base damage increased, base damage increased. Okay, that is interesting. Tether slow increased. Holy shit, that tether slow is fucking high. Tether movement speed bonus rescaled. Okay, so less movement speed in the later parts and more in the early. Tether heal transfer reduced. Okay, so it's not, you're not healing as much anymore. Spirits now have the in and out sub abilities again. Okay, spirit damage increased by 10 at all levels. Spirit collision damage increase. So this is the passive damage when they're spinning and they're not exploding, so you jungle faster on the hero. Overcharge attacks were reduced. Okay, overcharge now grants spell amplification. And then relocate cooldown has been adjusted. What the fuck? How strange. Dude, giving this hero like high damage is a fucking mistake. Like, if you give this hero more damage, it'll just be a core all the time. Hmm. Now this is very, very interesting. Um, I don't know what this is going to look like, but I guess we'll see, huh? Okay. Item shard tether. Ending tether now stuns enemies touching it for 1.75 seconds and deals 150 damage. Increases movement speed by 5%. Okay. So they've figured out a way to bring back the tether stun. It's definitely not as good as it was before, but yeah, for the memes again. All right, well we'll have to wait and see really what happens here, right? Ice Path talent buff, and now you have Liquid Frost, the item shard ability grants Liquid Frost auto attack cast ability causes your Ice Head to release a frost-based attack, slowing enemies by 30% and dealing 20 plus 2.5 max health damage per second for 4 seconds. Cooldown 12. So this is a new skill or an extension of Liquid Fire? Oh, it's okay. It's a new skill because it's just the Ice Head, right? Hmm. So you're essentially dealing 80 plus 10% of their max health while slowing. So it's an auto attack ability, which means you want to really take his auto attack, his attack range talent at new shards work on building. Oh shit, this melts buildings and if it does this max health damage on the buildings, huh? Fucking awesome, actually. This is cool. Really powerful ability to a not so powerful hero. But yeah, now you definitely want to take that attack range talent at level 10 for sure. You have two abilities working off of it. Juggernaut Blade Fairy radius increased by 10. Alright. Omni Slash no longer restricted from initially being cast on Ancients. Switch Slash no longer restricted. Okay. Now you can willingly Omni Slash Ancients. Great. Who wants to fucking do that? Yeah, I was gonna say the Jakiro thing. Like, how can towers survive? This looks fucking ridiculous when you're just hitting towers. Especially combined with Liquid Fire. Um, okay, 15 talent change from Blade Fairy moves to minus 20-second healing requirement. This is pretty big. Healing Word is his best spell, but it's often overlooked because it does no damage. And then you have more Blade Fury at more Blade Fury damage level 20 talent, cool. 15 talent, fucking important. Um, let's see. Aghanim Shard ability, Blade Fury increases wound speed of Blade Fury by 100 and attacks a random neighbor enemy once per second. Oh shit. Swift Blade, huh? This is the Han effect. The Juggernaut and Han could attack during Blade Fury with 50% reduced attack speed. But now five um you get 5 auto attacks in your Blade Fury. Now you'll actually want to be Blade Fearing in fights to attack rather than just purely defensive in the mid game. Definitely big, you know? You get 5 auto attacks plus your yeah. It's pretty strong for sure. It looks good. Keeper like Scepter reworked, new ability limit mana cost reduced, so it's not a fucking insane mana hungry spell. Level 1 cool chakra magic normally cast on enemies. Remove blind lines of basic ability. Add Solar Blind is a new basic with lowest target mana resistance by a percentage and causes them to become increasingly slow as the more the target moves. Each 100 units move reduces the target's movement speed by a percentage. Lasts 7 seconds. Cast range pretty high. Mana cost pretty low. Okay, so it's a different form of mana leak, right? You're making them less resistant to magic while you're also increasing the movement speed slow every time they move. Um, cool, interesting. Interested to see how it play out. Spirit forms an ultimate ability transfer into a spirit form, granting movement speed and cast range, and it grants blinding lights And oh, dude, they just okay. This is just old Coddle again. Now he has recall. Also causes Illuminate to no longer require channeling cooldown. Scepter rework now gains Will-O-Wisp. However, instead of a stun effect, it applies a movement manipulation that pulls units inward at a rate of 60 units per second, but is not for attacking slash casting. Cooldown 60. And then, of course, talents are completely changed. No more blinding light, so blinding light mischance. Will-O-Wisp flicker to blinding light cooldown. Will-O-Wisp AoE to spirit form duration. Will-O-Wisp health to blinding light. Blinding light stun. Wait, did I miss something? Blinding light stun? Where the fuck is that? Um, Grants blinding light, 18 seconds CD, 600 cast range, 40% miss for 4 seconds, 40 knockback distance, 100 damage, 150 mana cost. There's no stun. The fuck am I? What am I looking at here? All right, maybe I'll figure it out as I go along. 25 talent, Luna healed. Okay, so no longer heals. Uh, turns blinding light into stun? Is that it? I don't know. I guess we'll see. Okay, Aghanim Shard upgrade causes Loom to heal eyes for 40% of damage during daytime. Okay. This hero's nuts. This hero has like legit scaling. And 100 damage on Illuminate? This is a fucking powerful skill. Let's me. Yeah, you have a fucking billion abilities, right? Recall, Blinding Light, Spirit Form. You actually have like 7 skills. You think it gains a stun ability when you take the talent? What the fuck, dude? This is a. I guess it is a 25 talent, but that's fucking nuts. The you know, Blinding Light is a fat ability. You know, it's pretty big. Okay. Um, yeah, Huddle potentially very powerful hero. Recall is an imbalanced mechanic for sure. Kunkka intelligence gain increased. Cool. Ghost ship run movement speed increased. Okay. Base health regen increased. Okay. Talents have been changed. Level 10. Dude, nobody took this fucking talent anyways. Everyone got the damage instead, right? But I guess this is so it's more geared towards support Kunkka because you're giving him cast range. Strength buff, Tidebringer, cleave buff. I mean, nobody got this talent anyways. Okay. Interesting, I guess. And then, of course, the Aghanim Shard ability. Tidal Wave grants Tidal Wave, releases a wave toward the target direction. It deals damage and drags non-interrupting units over 600 range for 1.25 seconds. Wave spawns 600 units behind you and travels 1400 distance in front of you. 700 speed, 750 radius. Cool. All these movement displacing abilities are really powerful. Yeah, it is Namiel. Huh. It has a really short cooldown. 16 seconds for a movement displacing ability is pretty darn powerful, to be honest. Um, yeah, I don't know how good this is. It doesn't really have that much synergy with his other abilities, but it's just an above average skill, I guess. Legion Commander, 15 talent change, overwhelming odds cooldown to -9 seconds. That's pretty big, and then they reduce the attack speed. Okay, so they want you to take overwhelming odds cooldown. Understood. Active Shard ability duel. While dueling every 1.5 seconds, overwhelming odds is cast centered on a random enemy unit within 900 radius. Does not center on the same target twice. Prioritizes heroes. Fucking strange, dude. How weird. I don't know what to think, but like, according to this video, right, immediately upon cast, it overwhelming odds. So you're just getting more damage, right? So Valve is telling you fucking level overwhelming odds. None of these passive builds where you're leveling up your heal and your passive together. Fucking skill this hero or skill this ability. But okay, interesting, I guess. Leshrac Scepter rework grants the ability Nihilism. Grants you a temporary aura that causes you and all nearby enemies in the area to turn ethereal, preventing them from attacking, causing them to take 300 or 30% more magic damage and be slowed by 30% for more seconds. It increases your speed rather than reducing it. Dude, This is a fucking good ability, but the problem was the old Leshrac Scepter was also broken, right? But 30% more magic damage and slowing them and increasing your speed is probably more game changing than the passive lightning, single target lightning storm, right? Okay. Split Earth causes Split Earth to repeat in the same location 2 additional times with a 5-second delay between each one. Each time the radius increased by 75. Split Earth Echo location is visible to both teams. The fuck? I'm no, yes, the previous scepter was the passive lightning, but it was incredibly broken. It ended up giving him an extra like 300 DPS. It was shit on launch and then it buffed. That's correct. Um, the fuck is this ability right here? What is the point of this fucking this spell echo? You know, making the fucking split earth happen again. It's just like a zoning tool, right? Like, well, actually, maybe not, right? Because split earth has an 8-second cooldown to begin with. So now you're going to be creating gigantic areas which people don't want to enter. Yeah, earthquake jug and Dota. Not so you can only miss one split earth, but three. Yeah, true. Um, Honestly, it's probably really good. I just wouldn't know when to buy it because you're going to have these fucking earthquakes going on while your next split earth is up, so you're going to be creating gigantic zones. Like, if you really wanted to, you could split earth here on the right side once, then split earth here on the left side once, then earthshaker could fissure right down the middle for some epic memes. It's probably pretty decent. But, yeah, it's really big, isn't it? Okay. Lich. 10 talent increase from Frost Nova AoE. Damn it. Alright, nobody fucking cared about this talent to begin with, but whatever. Agam Shutterability Ice Spire grants Ice Spire creates an ice cold target location for 15 seconds, slowing noise by 20% with 500 range. Chain Frost can bounce between the ice cold if there are no other enemies range. Can Cross Frost Shield on has 300 health cast range, 75 cooldown, 25 mana cost 100. Okay, so you're just creating a ranged AoE slow basically, which can also bounce Chain Frost. And this is pretty cool, isn't it? Like, if you catch someone out alone and you create an ice spire directly next to them and then you pull them, they're probably gonna eat like the like 5 bounces of chain frost, right? Because you know you see this in the video where the spire is placed. Like it can be right on top, and it'll bounce even faster. Uh, Decent, but 300 health is pretty weak, right? Maybe this thing should get the tombstone treatment and be like auto attacks based. That's what I would like to see, but maybe it's already good enough. I don't actually know. Lifestealer, alright, we got a set to rework new abilities, base attacks reduced by 10, feast increased, so a tiny bit, so 0.1 at each level, feast no longer grants attack speed. Shit, really? Okay. New ability open wounds with Ghoul Frenzy. Passively causes life attack to slow movement speed by a percentage form of additionally grants you attacks. Okay, so it's just put on this Ghoul Frenzy ability. Rage mana cost went through the fucking roof. Infest mana cost went fucking sky high as well. Because, yeah, Open Wounds was actually what used all Lifestealer's mana to begin with. Very expensive spell. Level 20 talent change wounds go down to 8% Ghoul Frenzy slow. Scepter allows infesting enemy heroes for 4 seconds, attacking inside them every 1.25 seconds. Enemy heroes gain a bonus from cast. Double self regenerate, increases cast range by 500, reduces cooldown to 25. So what, you get 3 auto attacks off on them while you're infested? Strange, but I don't know. Yeah, true, right? Liches with extra 1400 gold to spend. Yeah, right. That never happens. True that. Alright, Aghanim Shard ability. Open Wounds provides attackers 50% life steal for all damage dealt to the target. Has 800 cast range, 20 second cooldown, max slow 2%. They just gave him open wounds again with the new ability. You know the life steal from open wounds is what is like truly fucking broken, right? You're doing Roshan, you can full sustain, you're hitting a hero, everyone's massively life stealing. Yeah, new abilities. People are complete memers. Alright, Lena has had her damage reduced, okay. So the high end is 4 lower, base armor lowered by 1. Lena was the godly laning hero, so they're probably going to nerf all aspects of that. Fiery Soul in there, so nerf her overall DPS. Light Strike Rate cooldown nerf, pretty fucking massive. 3 more seconds at level 1 is gigantic. Laguna Blade mana cost reduced, cool. 15 talent Light Strike Rate, more damage, 15 more health, and at 20 Fiery Soul per stack, more movement speed. And then Aghanim Shard with Laguna Blade, increase Laguna Blade cast speed of 150 Laguna Blade now. Can also be ground targeted and will always travel its full cast range and hit all units along its path. Cool, I guess. And I'm pretty sure you can't control the enemies when you infest them. That'd be maybe pretty strange, huh? Alright. Um, cool, I guess. Nerfed in every other aspect, and then given this Aghanim Shard ability, probably a below average hero now, to be honest. Lion, 3 more agility, cool, Earth Spike, cast range, 75, pretty big. That's an Aether, that's a Keen Optic right there. Hex unit movement speed reduced, cool, mana drain, multi-target on search units within your cast range, plus 300 rather than 40 radius spot. Okay, good, you'll hit more units at the multi-mana drain. Fixed finger, that's set to reducing mana cost to 25, okay. And then cast range talent nerfed. And then Aghanim Scepter, or sorry, Aghanim Shard ability mana drain. Grants true surrender and reduces attack by 90. Dude, this hero sucks ass. You know what this hero... Have you guys seen Finger of Death scaling? It's a 3-minute cooldown for like 500 damage, 600 damage. Mars Arena's a 90-second cooldown that's AoE for like 800 damage. Get with the fucking times, Valve. Finger of Death is a trash ability. Lone Druid, True Form cooldown buff at level 20 talent, cool. Oh, 25 change from True Form health to True Form and Spirit Bear health, so that's nice. The bear gets tankier. Aghanim Shard ability, Sour Torch, Sour Tornado, Pairs Allied Units, and 700 AoE with 20% movement speed and 60 attack speed for 4 seconds. Not bad, I guess. Pretty cool, right? Definitely not bad, but how good is it really on a below average hero, or I guess not so popular hero? Luna agility increased by 6, base damage unchanged. Cool. Lunar blessing damage bonus changed from flat. Okay, so now it's just flat stats. So better early. Lunar blessing, night vision increased. Okay, got it. Moonglaze damage reduction reduced. Okay, so slightly more AoE damage. Aghanim Shard ability. Loosen beam less. Loosen beam with ground target increasing stun duration from 0 to 1.1 and grants you 30% bonus moves for 3 seconds. Ground target search radius. Okay, so it's basically a way to cast it with extended cast range, right? And it grants you vision. Right, according to this video here, it is granting vision of where it hits. Cool, but honestly, whatever, right? Like in how cooldown reduced, cool how mana cost now scales, so it's reduced early. Great. Feral Impulse no longer has radius effect units anywhere. That's a nice buff. Level 10 talent, change from 4 armor to 8 feral HP regen. Okay. 15 talent, feral HP regen to shapeshift speed. Alright, not bad. 20 talent change. Okay, so buff on the feral impulse damage. And then the shard ability, summon wolves causes one of your creep players to include an uncontrollable them at each point. They brought this fucking meme back. Fucking memers. The Luna movement speed is for 3 seconds. It's pretty significant, you know, you can actually catch people. Fucking memers, dude. How would they give Lycan something real instead of this goddamn meme? I mean, it's like having a range Rex, right? Alright, alright. Magnus Scepter rework Empower duration rescales. Now it's 40 seconds all level instead of up to 50. Alright, that is a nerf there. Level 15 talent change from shockwave damage to -5 skewer cooldown. 25 talent change from power damage. Okay, so that's just nerfed. And then the other talent is buffed with stun duration. Scepter rework releases 3 shockwaves going outwards from yet a 30-degree angle, can only be hit by 1. After reaching the end, the shockwaves come back to their origin and deal 75% damage and pull towards the cast point a second time. Okay, cool. It's nice that it pulls back, right? Because that can potentially set up your, I mean, it definitely will set up your skewer. Aghanim Shard ability Horn Toss grants Horn Toss, tosses enemies in front of you, launching them behind you. Enemies spend 0.6 seconds in the air and take 150 damage upon landing and are stunned for 0.25 seconds. So I'm assuming this is long enough to press skewer. It is. Tosses enemies in front of you. This ability looks like it's pretty quick too, so if you mess up your turn RP, now you can RP, horn toss them, and then skewer. And it might just be safer to stop the Rubiks from stealing your RP to begin with, right? Hmm. Okay. Interesting, I guess. At least they're making it less about RP and more about the other skills, right? That's the exciting version of Magnus. Oh boy, Mars is gonna get fucking destroyed. Goodbye, my boy Mars. God's Rebuke mana cost increase. Yep, it was definitely deserved. Arena Blood mana cost reduced. Cool, cool. I'll take that. Arena Blood damage reduced, so it lost 20% damage level 1. Sorry, not 20% damage level 1, it's just 20 damage lower. Scepter creates invulnerable soldiers in front of you while your bulwark is toggled on. Soldiers move alongside your hero, dealing your full damage with the bonus 75 damage. Applies procs as well. Enemies can only attack one soldier at a time. Soldiers by 20% slow 1 second on their attacks. It doesn't say how often they attack. Does it just copy your attack speed? Anyways, sounds actually good. Because now you can AFK with Bulwark and not like feel like you're not doing damage. 10 talent change from Sphere cooldown to movement speed. Okay, 15 talent change from movement speed to God's Rebuke cooldown. Okay. And then 25 HP regen of Arena Blood increased. Let's see the Spear of Mars item sharp. Spear of Mars impales up to 2 units and leaves a fire trail behind it, which lasts for 10 seconds. Still 35 DPS and slows by 20%. Debuff lingers for 2 seconds, so potential 12-second duration. Weird, right? Pre Pretty odd. Yeah, Mars did not get nerfed into Oblivion. Um, yeah, still a playable hero for sure. Medusa 25 talent change from 80 mana to 75 intelligence. Okay, or sorry, 800 mana to 75 intelligence. How odd. Fucking fucking strange, but okay. All right. Aghanim Struggle with Cold Blooded grants Cold Blooded passive when you are targeted with a spell. A single target Mystic Snake is sent back towards the enemy. Cooldown 12 seconds. Dude, this is really good because, you know, the Mystic Snake gives you mana based on the target you hit, so heroes obviously cast spells on you, so you're going to be getting mana back every time, which is essentially health for the hero, right? Okay. Meepo Scepter rework, turn rate improved, and then poof damage increased, lifesteal to ransack health steal. Okay. You know, ransack health steal is actually a health steal. Heals all the Meepos at the same time while dealing more damage. 25 talent change from poof cooldown to +1 divided by stand clone. Cool. Scepter rework grants a new skill dig. Clones also have this ability channels 0.5 seconds. Or sorry, 0.75 seconds and digs into the ground for 3.5. Dispelling you and causing you to become invulnerable and untargetable, which starts a total of 25% of your max hold out duration. Cannot be cast while what the fuck? Dude, this is good. Meepos have 3,000 health to begin with. They don't get chain stun. Now you can individually target them to burrow them. That's pretty fucking cool, isn't it? I think this is a nice buff. And then Aghanim Shard ability for Ransack now is at 30% chance to apply a Geo Strike debuff, slowing enemies by 20% and dealing 20 DPS for 4 seconds. Instances from different Meepos stacks. So okay, they brought back Geo Strike basically, or a chance to apply Geo Strike. Um, just yeah, buffed all across the board for sure. Don't know how good, we'll have to see, but the new Ag's ability looks pretty powerful. If you can itemize for it, I don't even know if you can really. But like Meepos typically buy E-Blade, right? So you E-Blade one, and you can also dig, and you have more tools to deal with, and it heals. Interesting. Murata, 10 talent, damage increase, okay. Scepter causes Sacred Air to release these Starfall enemies within 500 range along the travel path, only act on the primary drops a second Starfall that deals 50% damage on the impacted unit. Cool, cool. And then Aghanim Shard, Leap grants +1 Leap charges, attacks, and Leap buff have a 1.5 critical strike. Okay, so for more of the right click based. The Scepter rework is kind of cool, I guess. Um, you know, it's better for fighting and it's worse for farming, right? Because before you would press. Wait, is that true? Yeah, it's true, because now you have to press arrow and Starfall to instantly clear a wave. Uses more mana. Monkey King base armor increased by 1. Cool. Mischief cooldown reduced. Cool. And then talents buffed. How funny. 25 talent just from 100 Wukong's command armor to plus 200 because absolutely nobody gets that talent. Alright, Aghanim Shard, lowest treatance cooldown from 1 to 0.3 and cast point from 0.3 to 1. Oh, okay. Is this good? I guess it's good, right? No, but funny. Eh, definitely funny. Alright, more Flame 25 talent change from 3 multi-shot adaptive strike to plus 30 strength, so it's 600 HP. Okay. Strange, but maybe there's a case where you would want this, really? Is there any real differences between 100 armor and 200 armor? Instead of taking 97% reduced damage, maybe now you'll take 98.5% reduced damage? I don't know. But there is definitely not a very large difference. Dog of Siren, Scepter reworked, Mirror Image cooldown reduced. Okay, it's very significant. Ensnare cast point buffed, cool. 20 talent change from Ensnare cooldown to minus 30 Souring of Siren cooldown. Alright, that's both of these talents are really good, but this is actually super good. Scepter Reclass and start to target spell immune or sleeping units, reduces Ensnare cooldown by 5 seconds and increases casting by 400. Okay. Aghanim Shard ability Riptide, connecting Riptide, releasing stronger Riptide that'll deal 100 extra or 100 extra damage and slows enemy by 30% for 3 seconds. Applies around each illusion, but it can only hit by 1 instance. Cooldown 15, mana cost 75. Okay. Decent, I guess, right? Nature's Prophet, Scepter rework, cool. Nature's Call, Train Moon Speed, reskilled. Holy shit, these things are fast as fuck when it's maxed. Nature's Call, Train base damage reduced. Okay, another reduction in treant damage, but base attack time improved. Alright. Sprout Backswing reduced. Wrath of Nature damage increased for bouncing. Oh, reduced, okay. Scepter cooldown, or Scepter rework, lowers cooldowns from 85 to 60, entangles all enemies it hits, duration scales from 1.2 seconds up to 20 seconds to max bounces. Entangles, huh? Interesting. 15 talent, you get one more treant, and 25 talent, you get, some more damage and health, okay. Nobody really gets these talents anyways, so who cares? Aghanim Shard ability Sprout causes the first 2 trees destroy the sprout to summon greater treants, but can only have 2 greater treants live at a time. Huh. Dude, greater treants are fucking powerful. Yeah, it's also so when enemies quelling by the trees, they're blocked by a greater treant, right? Dude, this is fucking powerful. This is insanely powerful. Now you have to have Force Staff, or you have to sit there and battle up on these fucking greater treants. Yeah, or you need Phase Boots, that's right. You definitely need Phase Boots against Furion. Fucking strong. That's cool. Of course, if you sprout allies and you summon greater treants to block them, they're not going to be very happy. So there's also the added griefing potential, which only makes this hero stronger. Cool. Necrophos, Aghanim Shard ability, Death Seeker, grants Death Seeker, spawns a fast moving large death pulse towards the enemy or ally, dealing 50% more damage and causing it to spread a normal death pulse near the... Okay. So it's 900 cast range, so you're essentially casting a death pulse from range, right? Without being in the middle of the fight. Dude, I'm pretty sure on Furion, you would rush the Aghanim Shard, and you would, like, these treants, they're mega treants, right? They're 3 times as strong and 3 times as tanky. And they have a base time attack improvement. Like, this is getting nerfed for sure. This is gonna be way too powerful for when you can get it in the game. Like, you're gonna walk this shit at a fucking lane with a catapult, and the tower will die. Like, this is what you should probably play to win in matchmaking. Night Stalker, level 10 talent change from Hunter in the Night movement speed to +4 armor. Cool, the previous talent was fucking worthless. 15 talent change from Lifesteal to 100 Night movement speed. Okay. Aghanim Shard ability Hunter in the Night. During night, you can cast Hunter in the Night, consumes a lesser creature, instantly killing it and restoring health and mana. Can only cast non-player units. Okay, so he's got a a way to sustain, I guess. It's strange. Good thing it only works at 20. Oh! I forgot about that. The Aghanim shards can only be purchased at 20 minutes, right? I thought you could have this at like 5 minutes in the game. Oops. Okay. That definitely changes how I was thinking about these before. Next Assassin plus 3 int, Vendetta damage goes up by 50, 75, 100. Cool, Impale cast point reduced. Thank God, the hardest ability to land in the entire fucking game. A meaningless spike carapace, damage count, whatever. Aghanim shard ability, Vendetta causes your Vendetta attack to reduce magic resistance by 20% for 4 seconds. Also increases Vendetta movement speed by 40%, unlocking max move speed. Okay, cool. Not bad. Ogre Magi base damage reduced by 2, ignite mana cost increased by 10, ignite first damage instance and dealt immediately. Alright, so people can't blink out of it. It just does the damage right away. Seems like a change across the board for a lot of these damage over time abilities. Fire Blast mana cost reduced by 5 at all levels. Unrefined Fire Blast mana cost reduced to 30% current mana. 25 talent increased to 20% bash for 1.5 seconds. What the fuck? You guys play this shit? Right click over? Alright, Aghanim Shard Fire Shield grants Fire Shield creates a shield around the target ally or buildings doing 10% of the damage for the next 3 attacks. Launches fireballs to the attacker, dealing 125 damage. Lasts 25 seconds. Can be multicast. Huh. Pretty cool, huh? You get to like walk around in the later parts of the game with your entire team fire shielded. Not not useless for sure. Definitely strange. But it stops a lot of people from getting bursted by heroes like PA or Faceless Void. Omni-Knight heavily degrades duration reduced. Okay, much needed because this hero is like a very odd hero at the moment. Aghanim Shard Hammer, pretty grants hammer, pretty auto attack ability causes your next attack to deal bonus per damage equal to 25 plus 150% of your base damage. You are healed for the amount of damage dealt. Cooldown 6, mana cost 30. Fucking weird, I'll be honest. I don't actually know what the angle of this is, but okay. It's definitely for core. Um, but it's just strange. I don't know. You know, you're healing and being more encouraged to be a core hero taking farm, I guess. But yeah, all right. Oracle Scepter causes Fate's Edict to no longer disarm allies or make enemies magic damage immune. Pretty big, because now you're making somebody BKB. You're making the magic immune while not disarmed, right? 20 talent change from False Promise Invisibility to 50% purifying, or minus 50% purifying flames ally damage. Pretty cool as well. And then the shard ability causes False Promise to have a 0.3-second fade delay invisibility. Show me this shit. What does it look like? Holy fuck, guys. Dude, this is good. This, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Oracle in Dota 1, but Oracle in Dota 1, the False Promise was it's like it was like Shadow. You know how Shadow Demon Purge dispels constantly? It used to purge constantly, so people couldn't dust you, and it would make you invisible, and you would keep the invisibility while attacking. So they brought back some of that part where like you have this invisibility fade delay, right? And of course, Oracle has a way to dispel dust with the what is it? What's the fucking Q ability, the first skill. I don't know what it's called, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So you can purge dust that way. Of course, you're probably pressing this on a carry here that also has like, you know, dust removal. Sentry wards are already super nerfed and limited. So like this is a fucking game-changing ability right here. This is fucking imbalanced. Outworld Destroyer, renamed from Outworld Devourer Tower Destroyer. Thank God it only took forever. Agility reduced, okay. Minimum damage increased, cool. Astral Imprisonment cast range to 650 at all levels. Thank God, now it's not a melee skill at level 1. Astral Imprisonment Scepter cast range bonus reduced from... Okay, so it just ends up being the same cast range with the Ags. Astral Imprisonment duration... Okay, so now it scales again. Astral Imprisonment no longer deals area damage. Okay, so it's a single target ability now. Astral Imprisonment damage to a single target increases. Okay, so it does more single target focus damage. And then mana cost went way down. Astral Imprisonment now steals max mana from enemies for a duration. It does increase your incursion manual and decrease enemies' current manual. Okay. Arcane Orb mana cost changed to 20% of current mana. Okay. So that means you're gonna hit really fucking hard with this ability, right? Oh no, just kidding. It doesn't do that anymore. Now it just does damage based off your current mana. Never mind. Arcane Orb cooldown increase. Okay, so now it's got a cooldown thing. Damage increased to 14% of your current mana, which is quite a bit. Essence Flux no longer is an active opponent. Standing opponent has other abilities that a mana capacity charge counter. Okay. Standard Eclipse base damage increased early game and then cooldown lower. I don't understand this hero at all. This hero is a new patch. This hero is a new hero in every patch. Maybe this shard ability makes sense. Essence Flex becomes a 1.5-second channel that swaps your current life and mana values, only transfers 75% in their respective values. Oh, I see, because you always have a way to keep generating mana, right? Because your orb is current mana, so you will always be able to press your orb. It just won't deal damage, so you'll be able to press your orb until you apply your passive aura, which refills your mana, right? So you have a way to sustain. Okay. Alright, alright. Pangolier, shield crash damage increased, shield crash mana cost reduced, shield crash cooldown reduced again. 10 talent from Swash. Okay, 10 talent Swashbuckle range increase. This is already a powerful talent, which you should be getting, and now you should be getting even more. 20 talent, more strength. Alright. Pretty average hero, getting some small buffs definitely help. Aghanim Shard ability to roll up, grants roll up, turns into a protected ball for up to 4 seconds, gaining magic immunity, allowing you to turn. Can be cast during Rolling Thunder to temporarily pause it. Can cast Rolling Thunder and Shield Crash during roll up. If enemies attack you during roll up, you'll roll away from the attack for 0.75 seconds, applying Rolling Thunder damage / stun if there are enemies in the way. I don't understand this ability whatsoever. Oh, okay, okay. Ah. So it says gaining magic immunity, but you're already magic immune while you're in Rolling Thunder to begin with, right? Is this ability castable outside of Rolling Thunder, or is it only in Rolling Thunder? Because it says turns you into a protected ball for up to 4 seconds, getting magic immunity, allowing you to turn. Can be cast during Rolling Thunder. Okay, so you can cast it outside of Rolling Thunder too, it looks like. Castable outside of Rolling Thunder. Okay. So this is like a really defensive way to reset when enemies are on you, right? Oh, okay. In the video, it just showed it there outside Rolling Thunder. Um, this is good. This is really good. It allows you to turn and pause your Rolling Thunder. It allows you to use this ability defensively so people can't really attack you. It gives you magic immunity, right? And if they attack you, you roll away from them, so you're like constantly kiting backwards. And you can also press your shield crash inside of it. Um, Nice ability. Definitely makes this hero more powerful. PA, probably gonna get fucking mega nerf. We'll see. Blur Fade time for non-scepter reduced. Okay, Blur Evasion nerfed at 5 at all levels. HP talent nerfed to level 10. 25 Phantom Cast Strike talent nerfed. And then 25 talent change from the critical damage to crit chance. I don't know what the numbers say about this, but it doesn't look like a nerf. Yeah, you can definitely use it to stop Rolling Thunder on an enemy as well. So like Eul Scepter. Alright, Aghanim Sharp ability Fantonize, grants Fantonize, releases sharp blades around you in a 5 AoE, dealing 12% of enemies max health on impact, and applies break for 3 seconds. What the fuck is the point of this, guys? It says it pauses it, it doesn't say it still ticks down, so I'm assuming it pauses it and you keep the current duration of Rolling Thunder. But I guess I don't know. Breaking Tide, Breaking Axe, Breaking Bristleback. I mean, it's basically only for the break. But, yeah, I mean, this hero didn't really get nerfed, honestly. I'm pretty sure the math says that this talent change is basically the same. Because you're going from a 15% chance to deal 450% damage. Well, with the talent, it'd be 550% at a 15% chance, and this is a 22% chance at a 450% chance, or sorry, 450% multiplier. So, yeah, 12% max health nuke is a lot, especially for a hero without a nuke. So it probably ends up being around the same. Like, obviously, if you crit on that one hit, like with the rapier or something, you're gonna crit for like 3,000, so you're removing that part. You're removing the spiky, exactly. You're removing the big power spike, right? But consistently, it's about the same. But the power spike is a problem, right? When this hero has a rapier and you dagger people for 4,000 damage casually, that part's fucking stupid. So cool. PL2 ints, Spirit Lance, mana cost, rescaled, Phantom or Shield Wizard prior to the dash cancel, okay. Minimum proc distance reduced, okay. Minus 2 seconds Spirit Lance cooldown, talent of 15, and then 20 talent is Phantom Rush. Okay, Phantom Rush, charged, nerf, whatever you want to call it. Set to work, just was can be cast, destroying your other solutions and quickly creating the max solutions and last the bonus 10-second duration. Okay, so you're just creating more chaos. And then of course, Spirit Lance bounces once towards an enemy up to 900, so surprising your Spirit Lance solution damage by 20%. Alright. I don't really know what to think, it's about whatever. Phoenix Supernova cooldown increased. Mana cost rescaled. Sunray mana cost increased. Okay. Fire Spirit's going to pass for every 7 seconds. A Fire Spirit respawns. Okay, so now it gives you... Huh. This is cool because it removes the mana cost. Right? You're gaining passive charges without a mana cost. Definitely nice because this hero got mana nerfs in the later parts of the game too. Alright, Puck, agility gain, cool. Turn rate increase, cool. Illusionary Orb. Illusionary Orb, damage increase, cool. 300 damage is a lot. Waning Rift, max duration, or max distance increase, cool. Dream, Coil, Scepter, Link, Break, Stun, duration rescaled, so it is, okay. It is a bit better. Dream Coil initial damage increased. Okay, and then 10 damage, you get some more right click stuff. 25, Waning Rift, okay, so it's just the same distance. It's just compensating for this buff here. And then Waning Rift now deals 70 bonus damage and knocks enemies back 250 distance over 0.5 seconds, not interrupting. Reveals invisible enemies and wards in the air for 5 seconds. What the fuck? Now you're just counter warding with your support Puck. True Sight, cool. True Sight is a big deal for sure. Pudge, Scepter work, base damage 2, armor 1, agility gain reduced, strength gain reduced, flesh heat magic resistance increased, cool. Rot slow talent at 10, and then rot slow talent with meat hook damage, okay. Scepter rot radius by 200, damage by 80, reduces health regen on affected enemies by 25. Not bad, right? 200 radius is big. Dismember Aghanim Shard allows targeting an ally with Dismember to swallow them and heal them for 6% max health per second. Has half cooldown when used on allies. Okay, so it's a save. All right, cool, cool. Why are animals the best? They just are. It's because they love you, always. Pugna life drain for every 1.75 seconds of channel an enemy. Another secondary life drain is created targeting another random hero. Life range will continue to channel enemy heroes after this comes up. Cool. That's pretty cool, isn't it? This hero's got some more scaling. Queen of Pain, strength gain, okay. Strength talent increase. 25 talent change from Scream of Pain Fear to plus 200 Sonic Wave damage. And then Aghatim's Shard ability Blink reduces Sonic Wave. When you blink at both your starting and end location. Sonic Boom, sorry. Deals 150 damage, made 300 alien sounds, 1.5. You can be hit by both. Cool, I guess. Definitely interesting. This 25 change, though, the Scream of Pain Fear was so broken. Insanely broken, but 200 more damage on a gigantic AoE pure damage spell is also good, so unsure. Razor, 5 move speed, 1 health regen, plasma field minimum damage increased. Okay. Storm Surge causes Storm Surge to have an 18% chance to release a forked lightning when attacked, or always when targeted with a spell, hitting the target of two other enemies, dealing 120 damage, by 50% for 1.5 seconds. Pretty good. Definitely a powerful spell on a not so powerful hero, sadly. Ricky, Smokescreen can now be cast during Tricks of the Trade. Cool. Smokescreen radius increased. Alright. Smokescreen miss chance rescaled. Okay. Mana cost reduced. Excellent. Tricks of the Trade cast range reduced. Okay, kind of sad. Tricks of the Trade Scepter now hits 2 units at once rather than 1. Alright. Pretty good. And then the Aghanim Shard ability, of course, Sleeping Dart, grants Sleeping Dart, fires dart to the target enemy opponent sleep for 3 seconds. Target is vulnerable until duration ends. When the target wakes up, they receive 150 damage and are slowed by 25% for 4 seconds. Hmm. So you're sleeping them, making them invulnerable, but has a really long cast range. Looks decent. Not terrible. Rubik Arcane Supremacy no longer provides debuff amplification, now provides cast range. Cool. Spell still now provides, oh, debuff amplification for the stolen spells only. Understood. Spell steal cooldown rescaled. Okay. Scepter cooldown rescaled as well. 10 talent change to Fade Bolt deals hero damage. And then 15. Okay, so now your right click Rubik memes are back. And then telekinesis for the shard upgrade allows you to use telekinesis on yourself or ally. Throw range is 60% longer and cooldown reduced by 30% when targeting allies. Throw delay is reduced to 0.5 seconds, so you can reposition allies now. It's essentially a save, right? Ally gets stunned, you pick that dumbass up and you toss him away. Not bad, not bad. There's a lot of saves in these shards. Yeah, so basically they're adding more depth to a lot of heroes with these shard abilities, right? Like they're adding saves, like Crystal Maiden can now freeze herself. Um, they're increasing the depth of these heroes with these Aghanim shard abilities. Some are probably insanely broken, and a lot of heroes are gonna. I expect a lot of these to get tweaked, especially the numbers. Um, yeah, they mostly enhance what the hero was already good at doing. Like PA now has a break, so she can assassinate targets that were more difficult to kill in the first place, like Tide and Bristleback and Axe. But yeah, that's like the general route things seem to be going. Epicenter now uses cast time instead of channel time. Fucking amazing already. Epicenter radius increased, so it's fucking massive at the very beginning instead of taking a long time to build up. 15 talent increase from the cost of an slow, okay. And then the Aghanim Shard, of course, every 700 units move causes an epicenter pulse around you in 400 AoE. Dude, this hero's actually good now. Like, really good. This is fucking awesome. No longer will you be getting your epicenter canceled. Now you can press epicenter, stun, and it's just gonna go off every single time. You don't have to do anything special. This is fucking incredible. I thought he was good before, but I think this makes him amazing. This is fucking game changing for the hero, for sure. Shadow Demon, Shadow Poison is no longer dispellable. Demonic Purge, Scepter upgrade debuff now ends when a new one is cast, deals damage relative to how long it still lasted. Then Demonic Purge lasts when Purge cast on allies continuously, dispelling them and healing them at the end instead of damaging them, does not size. Fucking beautiful hero. This might be the biggest winner of the patch, right here, Shadow Demon. What do you mean you still have to complete the channel? Doesn't this mean you just press it? Oh, I see, I see. Oh. So it's like Shadow Fiend, where like if it gets canceled, you can still. Ah, okay, okay. I understand. I totally misunderstood it then. I thought it would be like I thought it would be like you just press it and then 2 seconds later your epicenter is just gonna go off. That would have been insanely imbalanced, but I understand now. It uses cast time instead of channel time, so now that if you get interrupted during it, it's not on cooldown. Okay, okay. That makes more sense. It's still very good, but definitely nowhere near as good as I thought. But I think Shadow Demon looks crazy strong. Shadow Poison not being dispellable is an immense buff to his laning stage. Yeah, true. Now you can also bait it, right? You can sit there and wag your tail and watch enemies blink out or press their BKB. That's pretty cool. Shadow Fiend, Shadow Fury's mana cost reduced, pretty massive. Level 10 talent, more attack speed, okay. Necromastery now provides 0.75 spell amp per soul. Okay. Um, definitely good on a not so good hero, but anything to make not so good heroes more powerful is good, right? It definitely adds up very fast with the way this hero works with the stacking magic damage. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of spell amp. Shadow Shaman Master everyone's damage increased. Okay, at their later levels. You have a Hex cooldown buff talent. Okay, ward damage. Okay, so it's just rescaled, so it's the same, or not as much, but it's still more damage. Okay. I got a Shadow Shackles now creates 4 certain wards that attack the enemy when you shackle and increases shackle range by 150. Wards last 8 seconds. Okay, so they get trapped in the wards when they get shackled instantly, so they have to sit there and face boot attack or face, or yeah. So basically it's for when your shackles end early, right? Because it only lasts 8 seconds. It's still pretty darn good. Silencer last words after radius increased. Okay, Glaives of Wisdom causes claims to bounce once towards the closest enemy unit, dealing 50% attack damage. Bounce range is 600 units. Alright, so giving him some AoE damage. Not the worst. Skywrath Shard. Ancient Seal debuff now causes other debuffs applied to last 40% longer. Grants vision over the target. Pretty powerful, right? You Ancient Seal, and now you Atos, or you stun, and the stun is way longer. Really powerful, actually. Yeah, 10-year-long fiend scripts. People are going to get like arrowed for 15 seconds now instead of 20. You know what I mean? They're gonna get arrowed for fucking ever. Pretty cool. Star sprint movement speed reduced. Okay, sprint river movement speed reduced, or sorry, rescaled. Slithering crush mana cost increased. Okay, scepter health regen reduced, and scepter armor reduced as well. And the shard corrosive haze causes corrosive haze to be applied for 5 seconds to units hit with slithering crush. Wow, that is interesting. That is pretty cool. Yeah, this is a powerful shard upgrade for sure. Stark Shadow Dance cooldown reduced. Okay. Pound Scepter range. Okay. Talent buff. Okay. Fish Bait grants Fish Bait can throw it on enemy to reduce their wound speed 30%. Grants you True Sight over them for 4 seconds. If you pounce an enemy during that time, you'll be rewarded 50 attack speed for the duration of pounce. Cast range load 100 mana cost 100. Cool. So you can tag enemies from further range, so you can actually get in range to pounce them, and you're rewarded for once it happens. Not bad. Snapfire Cookie, mana cost increased. Okay, Little Shredder increased as well. Goblet now is 150 mana cost. Okay, so they just changed the mana cost. Because you could gobble up to save and not spit out using 0 mana. Gobble up cannot target special units like Golem, Spirit Bear, etc. Okay, Gobble impact damage changed from 400 to match the current Golem values on your ultimates. Okay, so an overall nerf to the damage on the impact. And then, of course, item charts get blast units in the point blank range of scatter blast. We knock back 2 units, take 125 extra damage, and be stunned. Wow, and be stunned. Dang. So it actually pushes them into your cookie distance. You know, usually people cookie first, and then use their scatter blast, right? But now you can blink on top of somebody, scatter blast them, hope you don't miss, and then cookie them after for the chain stun. How do I feel about Ronax? Sorry, I missed you talk about that. I thought it was stronger for fighting and weaker for farming because for farming you have to cast 2 spells. It seemed mostly uninteresting, but maybe it's impactful because if you do land a really far arrow on someone, it is going to be a shit ton of damage, right? It's going to be like the 500 damage from the arrow plus the 450 from Starfall and the second Starfall. So yeah, sniper strength increased, okay, agility reduced, okay. Base agility increased, so that makes up for the nerf to the gain. And then shrapnel replenish time has been buffed. Concussive grenade, grants concussive grenade, knocks back enemies for 50 units, slowing 50%, disarming them for 3 seconds. A nice skill to go along with this theme, of course. You know, he's the sniper, not the melee fighter. Cool. Spectre, base attack speed reduced. Okay, lost 10 attack speed.
Wow!
Pretty big. Thank you, DRed12 for the prime, much appreciated. Dispersion rescaled. Okay, so it's worse later. Spectral Dagger. Cooldown increased. Pretty massive nerf. 6 seconds level 1. Not that anyone really pressed level 1 Spectral Dagger anyways, but some people weren't even maxing Dagger to begin with. Spectral Dagger mana cost increased. Oh, this one fucking hurts. 130. 140. Those are huge levels. And then Shadow Step Scepter ability now cast Spectral Dagger on its target. That's pretty big. That's nice. Aghanim Shard ability, Dispersion, can activate Dispersion to spawn a Haunt illusion to attack the most recent hero that damaged you in the last 5 seconds. Illusion lasts 5 seconds. Cooldown 25, mana cost 150. Okay. Oh shit, you can go to the Haunt illusion, right? Yeah. They just did that. Cool. You can use it to close the gap on these heroes now? Hmm. Anti-Zeus slash NP shard? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because there's no range, right? You get Zeus ulted and you press the dispersion ability, you'll find Zeus. Fucking cool. Spirit Breaker. Nether Strike cooldown reduced massively. Pretty big. Charge of Darkness Scepter cooldown increased from 6 to 7. Sad. Scepter movement speed bonus increased. Okay, not too sad. Plus 75 move speed is a lot. Shard ability Nether Strike causes Nether Strike to have a cast delay rather than a cast time. Deal 200 extra damage and apply break for 4 seconds. You are spell immune during the cast delay. Oh, okay. So you can use it and then move, right? This is what I thought the Sand King ability was, right? You're using this, you have freedom, and then it'll go off. Like Underlord ult, for example. I think that's what I'm understanding. Maybe I don't truly understand it, but 200 extra damage is a lot. Applying break is nice, and being spell immune during the cast delay is pretty cool. Yeah, not bad at all, honestly. Storm Spirit 15 talent plus 50 more health. Cool. 20 talent change from Overload pieces spelling to +2 Overload bounces. Constants your attack to bounce up to 2 times that random enemies can bounce back than only 2 enemies. What the fuck is this? This might be really good. And then, of course, the Shard Electric Rave. Grand Select Rave gives you and your allied heroes within 70 AoE if you 3 Overload charges, lasts up to 12 seconds, or until a charge is completed, cooldown 30. Additionally, passively provides 40 attack speed to Storm Spirit. Fucking good. Yeah, fucking powerful. Dude, this is a fucking strong ability. Nice, Nick. Good luck. I'll make sure to play Pugna against you. Dude, this looks like it could be fucking ridiculous. Yeah, Shard plus 25 talent, 25 talent looks really strong. Storm has his own tag team ability. And then it's a bouncing tag team too. It definitely changes how the hero is played, but it could be powerful. Alright, Sven, this is an interesting one, right? God Strength damage reduced big time, 10% at not each level actually. It's a big nerf at level 3, and then a same static nerf at 1 and 2. Stormhammer Scepter no longer applies attacks on impact. Cool. That's a big deal. And then bonus range reduced from plus 500 to 350. Good. 15 talent change from Stormhammer dispels enemies to +4 Warcry duration. And Sven's other talent is Lifesteal. Okay, and then the shard ability Stormhammer provides a dispel on enemies. Guys, I don't think Sven was nerfed enough. Is Sven murdered? I don't think it's murdered. Is this murdered? I don't know. I don't even think Aghanim's was the most broken thing about this hero. Don't get me wrong, the God Strength nerf this is the biggest nerf he had. This one here at 15, it getting moved to the shard is not that big of a deal. I don't know how bad this is, honestly. Uh, I don't know. I definitely need to keep my eyes on this hero. I'm just not sure how to feel, I guess. Yeah, I really don't know. Alright, moving on. Techie's Blast Off increases Blast Off cast range by 600, applies a 1.5 second stun to enemies within 200 AoE, half the primary radius. Okay, so now you're actually blasting off from like a screen and a half away. Interesting, interesting. TA 2 strength, 20 attack range, sideward attack, bonus range rescaled, probably to compensate. Okay, so it has to deal with the attack range buff, of course. Side blade spill range is now 2x your attack range. Okay. So this is just for the scaling with the attack range stuff. Uh, 10 talent buff to movement speed. Okay, shard sign of trap causes sign of trap to silence enemies for 2.5 seconds by smiling the traps when charge minimum is 0.5 duration. Definitely interesting. Don't know how good, but it adds a new dynamic to the hero, right? You've got a potential silence against heroes like Storm Spirit or any spirit for the matter. Um, Decent, I guess. Terra Blade Reflection duration increased, okay. At the early levels especially, Terra Wave abilities now gain when equipped accepted rather than Metamorphosis cast, okay. Terra Wave for duration reduced, okay. Fear now sends units away from you rather than towards the fountain. Terra Wave Scepter ability now grants you Metamorphosis for 10 seconds. If Metamorphosis already acts, it extends it. Oh shit, that's pretty cool. Now you can casually tear away for Metamorphosis when you hit bad guys instead of pressing meta for every individual kill. Then 25 talents, Thunder cooldown, buffed a tiny bit, okay. Demon Zeal, grants Demon Zeal, costs 25% of your current HP to cast, providing you 25% move speed, 50 attack speed for 6 seconds. Provides 50% more bonus while melee. So essentially, you'll be hasting yourself when you're melee. Um, Decent, I guess, especially for later parts of the game when you have things like Satanic. Also makes you not such a potato while you're melee. Tidehunter, Kraken Shell, damage block instances buffed again. This ability gets buffed every fucking patch, guys. Every single patch, this thing gets buffed. Alright, 10 talent buffed, 10 talent to mana regen for Tidehunter, and then gush damage moved to a later talent. Okay. Not bad. 120 gush damage is really a lot. Increases Anchor Smash damage by plus 90 and causes it to affect buildings. Reduces cooldown by 1 second. Tidehunter is now a fucking building hitter, guys. You're so you have even more damage block against tower attacks. The towers were changed to deal less damage but attack faster, which is a buff for Tidehunter indirectly. And then now you also deal damage with Anchor Smash and reduce their damage and reduce the cooldown of your anchor. Tidehunter was definitely not bad, but now he has even more scaling than before. One of my favorite heroes as well. Can't wait to play it. Timbersaw, health talent, okay, who cares? Whirling death damage rescaled a bit. Whirling, okay, and the range is increased. Timber chain speed increased at the early levels. Chakram Scepter slow now stacks independently from the primary chakram. I don't know what that means exactly, but I guess I'll find out. Chakram cast animation reduced, effect scepter as well. Okay, and then you get flamethrower grants. Flamethrower reduces a flame in a direction you are facing, lasts 7 seconds, applies a debuff that deals 75 DPS and slows by 20% for 3 seconds. Sets trees on fire that eventually die after 5 seconds. So you're killing your own trees, huh? Dude, they made him rumble. He's just running around with a flamethrower. What is this? Oh, so I guess trees on fire just eventually die. They burn down. They don't just die immediately. I guess that makes perfect sense. It means it slows twice, double slow. Oh. Oh, I see. That's a big deal. Tinker, Scepter upgrades her laser into a shrink ray, causing it to have 400 cast range, reduces the enemy model size and current health values by 20%, stacks laser bounces once on the furthest target up to 700 range from the primary target, prioritizing heroes. Interesting. I don't really know what the fuck this is supposed to do. It lowers their health by 20% and it stacks, so they're, it's doing damage in that way. And it has 400 cast range on laser, so you're not, dying every time you push laser. Okay, defensive matrix. Grants defensive matrix targets and you're applying a bear to the box next 200 damage and provides 40% status resistance. Bear lasts up to 10 seconds or until the damage is consumed. Cast range 400, cooldown 30, mana cost 100. So basically, you'd be using this on yourself every time you rearm and to put yourself in danger, so that you can have 40% status resistance. So, all right, strange, but whatever. Does that mean it expires after taking 200 damage? Oh, it does until the damage shield is consumed. So it also means that you won't get your blink canceled because you're absorbing 200 damage, right? So if you're like getting radiance or specter haunts, you have additional time to blink out for your barrier pops. It can be the difference maker in some situations for sure. A lot of times when people catch Tinker, I don't know if it's dispellable or not, but if it's not, the 200 damage shield will be enough to stop the Yul's drop down damage, so they'll be able to blink out from enemy Yuls instantly. Tiny tree grab cooldown reduced. Cool. Avalanche now does 2.5 damage to toss units rather than 3. Grow damage increased. Okay, it's a lot of grow damage, a level 3, but you also have 0 attack speed at that point. Tree grab charges increased and avalanche cooldown. Crag exterior grants frag exterior pass, provides 20% chances on enemy for 1 second, deal 100 damage when a physical attack impacts her, works against enemies in 400 range procs after an attack impacts and does not affect spell minions. The fuck is this right here, guys? Avalanche now deals 2.5 damage to toss units rather than 3x. Just nerfing the combo, but they're buffing the tree grab stuff. Alright. Strange. Overgrowth now interrupts targets again, so it now cancels Black Hole. Before, Overgrowth would not cancel Black Hole. How much damage is 0.5? You're gonna miss out on like 80 damage from the combo. Yeah, they actually want time to get the ult. Nature's Guise causes Nature's Guise to root enemies upon attacking, roots them for 1 second, then deals a total of 200 damage, lasts an extra 2 when attacking near a tree. I see. So it's almost what it was before, but not quite. 10-second cooldown on the punch. Yeah, if you're core tiny, you will definitely be dealing more damage anyways. They definitely want tiny to be right click based. Troll Warlord Berserker Rage moves increased. Okay, 25 times rolling access cooldown to battle trance duration. Scepter River causes range access to dispel enemies and melee access to dispel yourself. Reduces cooldown from 9 to 4 in mana cost by half. Okay. Casting battle trance gives you global or Gazelle units or allied heroes attack speed. Okay, so it's like the old one kind of. Task Walrus kick. Now targets the direction and kicks the closest enemy towards you within 250 units prizes heroes. Okay. Snowball cooldown talent buff, Frozen Sigil. Do they just bring back Frozen Sigil? Cool. Frozen Sigil is actually a good skill. It's Tusk's only team fight ability. Okay, Underlord 10 talent changed to +2 Firestorm wave count. Alright. +2 wave count is a lot of damage. It's just not realistic to have somebody sit in an entire Firestorm, right? Scepter rework Dark Crypt can be cast on a hero, reduce cast delay by 1 second and cooldown by 50 seconds. Okay, Firestorm. Firestorm cannot be self-targeted, means that way the Firestorm follows you around, also causes Firestorm to heal you for 15% of damage values, reduces cast point by half. Okay. This looks fucking weird, doesn't it? It's actually kind of cool. You can chase people, and you're healing. You're putting yourself in the center of the battle with some healing ability, so you can apply your aura to everything too. You just have to actually make sure you're farmed enough to be able to do that to begin with. But interesting. There's decay mana cost way up, 15 of level 1, pretty bad. Soul Rip damage heal nerfed by a decent amount, especially level 1. Talents changed, okay. The 15 talent looks better than it was before at least. +4 tombstone attacks to destroy to 1.5 or -1.5 decay cooldown. Okay, definitely nerf. Decay increases the carries 100 spawns a zombie run each hero target. I can't believe this hero wasn't obliterated. I mean, maybe it is with the decay mana cost, but dude, the damage amp working on Roshan and the damage amp slowing for like 5 seconds is one of the most broken things in the world. His ult was insane, and they didn't touch the ult at all. They just nerfed his laning stage a tiny bit. But yeah, interesting. Very odd to me that this hero wasn't like nerfed so hard that he's been removed from Dota, but whatever. I'm not the frog. Overpower cooldown reduced. Okay, mana cost reduced. That's good. This hero actually has mana problems. Earthshock slow increased. Alright, so it's almost back to what it was before. Well, not really. It's still worse than it was before, but this 10% slow one's complete dog shit. Talent buff, okay. Fury swipes. Every sixth Fury swipe on a single target causes to get enraged for 1 second. Okay. Interesting, I guess. Does that work on Roche? I imagine it does. I don't see why it wouldn't work on Roche. Because it doesn't specify hero, it just says target. Vengeful Spirit, 2 int, magic missile cast range, pretty important actually. Projectile speed buff, 2, good. Vengeance for no longer cases attack range or primary attribute, no longer has illusion death mechanic, okay. Now increases base damage, okay, by a large percentage, so it's back to that aura. We're just flip-flopping between all the fucking auras at this point, between Venge and Luna. Scepter Work upon death creates strong illusions that you can cast all your spells and deal 100% damage and take 100% damage. Use 30% boost opponents. The illusion when respawn, you will take its place. XP earned by illusion given to your hero. Cool. Now this weapon no longer has charges, okay, but cool then is reduced big time. And then cast range buff at the early levels, okay. I guess all levels actually, not just early levels. Cast range talent level 20, kind of strange, but I guess it makes sense for the swap stuff. 25 talent change to Vengeance Aura base damage. Wave of Terror now steals 25% of enemies' base damage and grants it to you as base damage for the debuff duration. What the fuck is it? What am I looking at here, guys? Yeah, Luna's is flat stats now. I don't know what I'm looking at here. I actually don't understand what kind of hero this is supposed to be, but it looks more core than support. That would be my interpretation of it all, but I don't know. Yeah, 5-man Wave of Terror, you're gonna hit for a fucking truckload of damage because it grants it to you as a base damage. And then of course your aura is base damage. So, the fuck? Yeah, how am I supposed to play if I haven't read the patch notes, Eric? I think I'm almost done, right? Kinda. I hope the last one's fast. Venomancer, Gale damage, cool, who cares about that? Plus 100 attack range, another worthless talent, honestly. Gale causes it to spawn 2 plague wards, increase travel and important. Okay, whatever. Viper, Nether Toxin, mana cost rescaled to 85. Alright. Minus 11 Nether Toxin cooldown, so it's not about the silence, it's just about applying the fucking break over and over, I guess. Poison attack also lowers armor 1.5 per stack, increases max stacks by 2. Increasing max stacks by 2 is a big deal. I'm not close. I think I'm close. Visage attack, projectile speed increased. Okay, familiar base time attack increased. Okay, this is a nerf. Damage increased. Okay, it's probably it equalizes there. Scepter work grants you the ability silences the great turns you and your friendly invisible and 20% minutes allows you. What the fuck is this? What the fuck? This axe looks really good. Gravekeeper's Cloak allows you to cast Gravekeeper's turn to storm form, restoring 25% to help cool down. Okay, so you go invulnerable. What the fuck? How strange. Void Spirit, Astral Step nerf, and then Dissimulate adds a partial outer ring to Dissimulate increases. Oh, what the hell? It's fucking far. Okay. How does this hero not get nerfed? Like, what the hell? This hero doesn't even have cosmetics, you know? Companies, they release OP champs in the beginning so that people buy a bunch of cosmetics and shit, but Void Spirit just doesn't have any cosmetics. What's the angle here? This hero is not balanced. I mean, I did see this, but this is such a small nerf. It's quite a meaningless one. It is definitely, it's a nerf, but it's a really tiny one. Alright, Warlock, Shadow Ward AoE up, cool. Nobody really cares about that one. Now provides 20% and minus 20% move speed on allies enemies, okay. Weaver Aghanim Shard the Swarm to latch on and reveal invisible units, cause driven attack, also launch an extra attack on enemies, and 1200 range on the on them, uses the Swarm coming 4 seconds, okay. Wind Interceptor, movement speed reduced a tiny bit. Cool. Power Shot becomes global, but after reaching its default range, it only affects heroes max 1 hero. Impacted heroes will be killed if they are under 30 minutes in health after taking the impact damage. Kill threshold scales based on Power Shot channel duration. Dude, this is just the fucking whatchamacallit. The yeah, it's a Luna. It's that's all it is. It's the fucking Han hero. It's not as good. It has like an assassinating mechanic to it, right? If they're under a kill threshold, but I don't know, kind of cool, I guess. But it only hits heroes to that range. Strange. Power shot is a shit ton of damage, but I don't know. Definitely odd. Can you imagine the gank from the fucking fountain? You're just checking power shot casually down mid lane. I'm assuming this thing gives vision like regular power shot. If it does, it's truly imbalanced. I can't tell in this video because this entire thing is just not darkness. But I don't know. Winter Iron base damage by 2. Cool. Cool Embrace heal increased a bit, but it's base heal, not the percentage. Whatever. Decent. Arctic Burn Scepter mana cost reduced. Okay. Arctic Burn Scepter wins by 20%. That's nice. So buffing the core Wyvern a bit. When Cold Embrace ends, a Splinter Blast goes out that at that location, hitting enemies within 1200 range. 1200 range is a fucking fat AoE. Especially if you have the 25 talent with the stun. That's not bad. Pretty decent. Witch Doctor Voodoo Switcheroo turns you into a Death Ward for 2 seconds, has minus 30 attack speed. You are hidden and vulnerable during this time. What the fuck am I looking at? Voodoo Switcheroo? You're just cosplaying a Death Ward and basically using yourself? What the hell is happening? Alright. Wraith King Rook Strike, not a passive cooldown, critical strike ability, crit, high percentage, cooldown 4, rework same per aura, no cost. Oh, okay, so it's like CK, right? Where it's just a time critical strike. Vampiric Sphere provides you with life steal can be activated on some skeletons. Skeletons also have Vampiric Spirit ability, Scepter Organ plus Wraith King, 75 attack speed and 25% move speed. He doesn't have no reincarnate. Oh, okay, it's here. Causes reincarnation don't have a mana cost and spawn 3 skeletons who technically reincarnation trigger. So this allows you to take the different level 20 talents, right? This talent is no longer mandatory. And what are the options? It's like double skeletons and 30 movement speed now, right? I see. Yeah, also can get it quicker for sure. Alright, it's whatever, really. Zeus, Thunder God's Wrath, mana cost increased, of course. Fuck Zeus, let's nerf from every patch. Because he's imbalanced at lower levels of the game. And cooldown increased, of course, on the ultimate. Mana regen talent nerfed, 20 talent, change from cooldown reduction to Thunder God's Wrath damage, okay. And 25 talent arc lightning damage, nerfed again. And then Static Field. Static Field can be cast to perform a heavenly jump shot in the closest zone hero to this range, dealing static field damage to them and reducing by 100% for 2.5 seconds. That's a strong fucking slope. If you're moving forward, you'll jump towards that direction for 50 distance. Fucking memers, man. It's just Super Mario. Item changes. Fluffy hat. Costs 250 gold, grants 125 health. Okay. Decent amount of health. Falcon Blade requires Fluffy Hat, Sages Must Blade attack 225 gold recipe. 150 health, 1.6 mana regen, and 10 damage. Okay, Orb of Corrosion, Blightstone, Orb of Venom, and Fluffy Hat. HP, Orb of Venom slow, and armor reduction lasts 3 seconds. Okay. Witchblade, Blitz Knuckles, Chainmail, Robe Magi, 600 gold SP. 30 attack speed, 12 and 6 armor, 300 protect health speed, 9-second passive cooldown, approximate attacks applying a curse for 3 seconds that slows by 20% and deals your int as damage every second. Okay. Yeah, the Brewmaster buffs are pretty cool. Gleipnir. Gleipnir. Alright, Maelstrom, Atos, 700 gold recipe, provides 30 damage, 20. Dude, Maelstrom and Atos, what a fucking awkward combo of items. 30 damage, 28, 12 strength, 12 agi, passive, 160 channeling proc, active. Targets of 450 AoE areas, your leg strike on the enemy, standing for 2 seconds and doing a channeling proc for 20 damage. Okay. Interesting. Fucking expensive, right? Maelstrom, Atos, 700 gold recipe? That has to be super expensive. Mage Slayer, Cloak, Blade will activate Claymore, 600 recipe, 20% magic resist, 20 deal, 20 damage, cause attacks by say 35% spell amp debuff on enemy heroes lasting 4 seconds. Okay. Eternal Shroud, Hood, Voodoo Mask, 1100 gold recipe, 8.5 health regen, 20% hero life steal, 4% creep life steal. Can be activated to create a shield that absorbs 40 magic damage and converts it into mana. Lasts 12 seconds. So this is a less track item. 20% hero spell lifesteal is a shit ton. Dominator Helm Dominator can be up to level 12 and Ultimate Orbit 600 recipe. It allows converting Ancients. Minimum health increase to 1800. Increases stat armor HP and bonuses from 666 to 28 and 8. Huh. Is this supposed to be good? Overwhelming Blink. Requires Blink Dagger, Reaver, and 1750 gold. Holy fuck, this is an expensive item. 25 strength and land distance on enemies, and 800 50% movement speed slow, and 50% or 50 attack speed slow for 6 seconds. 6 seconds, goddamn. And take damage equal to 200 plus 1% of your strength. Hmm. What the fuck am I looking at? I honestly. Oh. Shit, I accidentally moved my thing. We were at, oh, disaster. There's so many fucking item changes. Okay, Swift Blink requires Swift Blink, or sorry, requires Blink Dagger, Eagle Song, and 1750 gold recipe, 2000 land decision, get 30% phase move speed and 40 damage and attacks. Okay, Arcane Blink, cast speed, cast points, 25% ability cooldown reduction. Wind Waker, Yule's Mystic Staff, and 1600 gold. Dude, these items are so insanely expensive. 50 move speed, 6 mana regen, 35 intelligence, extends the Cyclone functionality to allow casting on allies. When cast on yourself, you can move the tornado anywhere at a speed of 360. Really cool. Fucking insanely expensive, but being able to like stop the combo breaker on a teammate by yuling them is just broken. Han was able to, in Han you could press Yules on allies, and of course Yules is super cheap, so every game had like 8 Yule Scepters, but you know, Yulesing your teammate when PA blinks on him with the Abyssal Blade or something to reset the fight is, it's actually priceless. Yeah, it can save people from Chrono, by the way. Like, that is very powerful, right? But it's so expensive. Aether Lens, mana reduced, okay. Nerfed no longer grants 10% management solution, okay. Octarine Core, requires Aether Lens instead of Voodoo Mask, no longer provides spell life. Okay, different item entirely. Bloodstone now requires Voodoo Mask, now grants 50% spell life steal. Okay, Echo Saber, mana regen buff, Silver Edge, recipe up to Oblivion Staff instead of Echo. Bonus changed. Okay, so it no longer gives strength, it gives you intelligence. So now every strength carry probably won't purchase Silver Edge. Recipe total cost is 500 cheaper. Cooldown, man, break is hard to come by. Like, at least this had a good build up for heroes, right? Echo Saber. No, it doesn't. Now it's an Oblivion Staff. It's probably worse than before. Ring of Trask moved. Heart, more recipe cost, bonus health reduced, bonus strength increased, HP regen higher, no longer as out of combat regen. Okay. Holy Locket now automatically has a charge of 56 seconds. Cool. Now requires a fluffy hat and headdress centering a Trask. Okay, recipe cost reduced from 500 to 470. Health regen. Okay, aura instead of personal health regen. Got it. Satanic. No status resistance on Satanic. Goddamn. Mega nerfed item, honestly. Sage and its upgrade centers on second. Okay, Halberd recipe reduced. Regen amp nerfed. Status resistance nerfed. Kaya Sage, status is buffed. Status is buffed. Scotty, health reduced, mana reduced. Okay, Scotty's still broken, it looks like. Yeah, Fluffy Hat was the first item. Drums of Endurance charge can increase from 6 to 8. That's a lot, honestly. Now requires Windlace Robe, Belt of Strength, nice. And 550 gold recipe. 6 strength, 6 and swiftness, aura. Still probably a sad item, to be honest. Bots upon equipping auto because TP scrolls you don't have against you one charge also applies to me clones. Thank God. No more walking around with 4 TP scrolls with bots. Mask of Badness, damage reduced from 15 to 10. Okay, Abyssal Blade. Overwhelm active now also triggers the bash passive cooldown. That's a pretty big nerf. Because you would get Abyssal Blade and then bashed for the chain stun. And it'd be really bad. I was hoping they would nerf this in a way where the cast range of it was nerfed, so you don't just hop to people. But this works too. Blade mail recipe increased, okay. Glimmer Cape now requires a recipe instead of Gloves of Haste with no attack speed, so it's nerfed there. Probably to stop a lot of cores from buying this item. Necro Book, cooldown reduced. Archer Warrior now has the movement speed aura, okay. Javelin, proc chance increased and damage reduced, okay. I don't know what the math says if this is better or worse or the exact same DPS overall. I'm going to assume it's the exact same. Demon Edge damage reduced, Monkey King Bar nerfed low damage, recipe cost increased, proc damage reduced. Magic damage proc on attacks no longer works with lifesteal. This is a general change. Okay. Maelstrom proc chance increased. Ah, I see. So this is where the javelin stuff comes into play, right? Maelstrom Mjolnir proc chance is going up. Desolator damage reduced by 5, Rapier damage reduced by 30, Armlet Unholy Strength active bonus increased by 4, and Health Drain reduced by 4. Okay, Hooded Defiance. Magic resistance reduced a tiny bit, no longer as the 300 gold recipe. Alright, cheaper item, thank God. Pipe of Insight, fuck. Same price, cheaper hood. Feels fucking bad. Vladimir's offering now requires a buckler, grants 3 armor or thank God, mana regeneration or reduced. Now it has an actual like stat aura on it, so it's a tiny bit better, but now mech doesn't have the armor aura, right? Yeah. Now requires chainmail instead of buckler, no armor aura, mana cost reduced, recipe cost reduced. Alright. That's actually a really cheap item now. It's been getting cheaper and cheaper. Grease, same thing. Quelling Blade nerfed again. Cool. I can't wait till Quelling Blade is just removed from the game. Orb of Venom, cost reduced, slowed nerfed a tiny bit. Okay, it's still better. Ring of Regen nerfed, Sage's Mask buffed. Thank God, Sage's Mask was so bad. 0.6 is really weak. Yeah, the Gleipnir was the Atos Maelstrom item. Mango, Mango nerfed again. Feels fucking bad. Mango's always nerfed. No, I alt tabbed and I just went to the top again. Alright, we were at Enchanted Mango. Alright, we're good. That was quick. Voodoo Mask cost reduced. Okay, spell life still nerfed a tiny bit. Whatever. Mana regen increased on Medallion. Duration cool increased from. Nice. This is fucking useful for sure. For Medallion, Solar Crest, Fear about some more mana. Yule's mana nerf. Vanguard disassemble. Crimson Guard tiny buff. Radiance no longer ignores ancient grapes. Okay. Looks like Hector is back. Refresher Orb buffed in both ways. Dagon now requires staff, crown, and 13 gold recipe. Okay. Still, whatever item. Claymore, cheaper, less damage. Okay. Nullifier, projectile speed increased. Okay. Shiva's cheaper. Nice. Reaver cheaper. Okay, so they all cost the same. Neutral items, fairy trinket. 100 health spell amp reduces mana cost by 5. Okay. This chipped vest, it looks pretty bad, but I guess it helps speed you up for farming a tiny bit. Possessed mask, primary attribute, lifesteal. Not carries will definitely like this. This helps carries a lot. Oh, no mango tree, no PMS, no iron talent. Okay. Arcane ring cooldown up, active cooldown for the tree up. Quicksilver amulet, attack animation, and projectile speed. How fucking strange. If any of your abilities including initial move speed and attack speed. Okay. Bullwhip, HP regen, mana regen can be cast on the movement speed for 5 seconds or enemies are still for. Okay. Cycle out. No net, no fangs. Okay. Balance changes. Imclaw cooldown reduced. Slight buff. Essence ring. Slight nerf to the heal. God, Elven tunic. 26 attack speed, 16 evasion, 8 move speed. Okay. Cloak of flames. Armor, magic resistance, and a passive immolation or dealing 45 damage per second in a 400 AoE. This is a lot of damage right here. This thing looks like a powerful item, doesn't it? Cloak of Flames, Ceremonial Orb, 350 mana, enemies in tornado have 97% status and magic resistance. Okay. Psychic Headband, 12% intelligence and 100 cast range. Activate to push the enemy 400 distance away from you, cast range 800, cooldown 30. Okay. Strange. These items don't look that good, to be honest, but maybe they are good. 8% movement speed on an item like this with attack speed evasion. These are pretty good stats. They're like rare stats to have on an item, if that makes sense. Yeah, thank God our Paragon. Cloak of Flames looks pretty good. Like, quite powerful. Armor, magic resist, and passive immolation. 400 AoE is no joke, too. Telescope move to tier 4. Okay, quickening charm, cooldown reduction from 13% to 12. Alright, tier 4. Penta Edge Sword, 45 damage, 80 melee attack range, 20% to maim. 45 damage and 80 attack range. This is pretty good. Stormcrafter, 4 mana regen, zaps him within 500 range every 3 seconds, dealing 200 damage and slowing by 40% for 3 seconds. Semi-activated cycling yourself for 0.75. Okay, interesting. Does this zap creeps or only heroes? Because it could help people farm for sure, right? Trickster Cloak, 20% evasion, 20% magic resistance, activate when invisible for 6 seconds, cooldown 25. Pretty decent as well. Cloak of Flames and Tunic are OP. Yeah, it looks OP. Am I gonna queue after some notes? Yeah, probably. Lamp, Shaco, Princess Lamp, Havoc Hammer. Sad, a lot of good items removed. Telescope buff, no longer affects player units. Flicker, max blink range increased, no longer costs mana. Spell Prism, slightly nerfed. Illusionist Cave, slightly nerfed. Tier 5 items, Giant's Ring, 40 strength, 60 movement speed, 60% model size, and can walk over any terrain. When standing on top of an enemy 100 you deal 100% of your strength per second. What the fuck is this? Book of Shadows, 12 stats, 49 vision, targeting self causes target unpardonable, also silence, muted, and disarm for 4 seconds. Applies a basic dispel, so this is a save, this is a basically astral, right? You're astraling someone, telling them to get the fuck out of the game for 4 seconds. No Striders, no Trident, Ballista, damage increase, Ex Machina armor, no longer has mana cost, cooldown reduced, okay. Seer Stone, now as an reveals target entered area in the map for 5 seconds, enemies can see the area's real cooldown, cool. An undervalued ability for sure. Force Boots, now a unit targeted with 750 cast range and push range increased, cooldown reduced, very powerful boots. Book of the Dead, buffed, okay. Mirror Shield, nerfed. Desolator, nerfed. Okay. Game starts at nighttime and it turns into day once creeps spawn. So pre-game fights are insane now. Bounty and siege boosts longer increase the running over the course of the game. Okay. Neutral stack alone is gold reduced. Okay. This is a March nerf right here. March is a level 2 and dying player at 8 minutes in every single game, and he gets his gold by stacking, so he's going to get weaker and weaker. Roshan, armor growth increased. Okay, so more powerful over the game. Radiant Ancient Camp is now easier to stack. Added lore to all items. This is the biggest buff of the patch right here. Added lore to all items. Now we know. Now we fucking know. This is good. Gotta get the lore. Rearrange minus travel sooner based on cost change in recent also some cases. Okay, when combining items will become placed in a slot of their component that is most similar active effect percent magic one skill to manage stick both to combine to orc relevance, etc. Okay. Quality of life stuff. Neutral unit changes. Neutral ancients magic resistance reduced from 70 to 50%. Ancient Thunderhide friends will no longer entrust movement when cast by neutral. Okay, slam. Okay, so they would cast these spells and fuck up the stacks basically. So what would happen? Slam damage went way up. 250 is a lot of damage. 60% slow on the slam too. The dinosaur creep is fucking powerful now. Larger radius too. Accuracy with the ancient rumble. I don't even know what the fuck a rumble hide is, guys. Is that are those the babies? Fixed Thunderhead accuracy we're not working properly. Okay. Ancient Granite Golem mono size increased. Okay. Fireball cooldown increased. Alright. Alpha Wolf unit level from 4 to 5. Ghost basic attack. Alright, so there are 0 map changes. We got lore, so lore is pretty fucking important. We got the whole Aghanims, Shard, power dynamic between heroes, right? So like some heroes are going to just be more powerful simply based off that, and heroes that have access to more gold, like core heroes that have really powerful shard upgrades, are going to be even more powerful than they were before, right? But yeah, I mean, game is interesting. I am actually I know this looks like a lot, and it certainly is a lot, but there's not much that is game changing. I also know absolutely nothing about this new hero, so I can't really comment about it, but yeah. What does lore means? Lore is like the story, you know? The history. Like Elder Titan is the blah 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 of the Dota world. How about new items? We just went over them. Um, I don't really know anything about the new items. They're all really fucking expensive. So I can't really I'm not sure. I need to see how these items play out because to me they don't look like anything special. I don't feel like there was an item that really stood out to me as holy shit, this thing is probably way too powerful. But I could be wrong. Um, there was a spell lifesteal cloak that might be good, but outside of that, like I can't think of anything. Helm of the Dominator 2 looks like one giant ass meme. I can't really imagine doing anything with that. But yeah. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see how most of this stuff plays out. So make sure you guys try all the crazy shit out there and let me know what's going on. So yeah, we're done. I thought this would take me like 45 minutes. It took me 2 hours and 40 minutes. So now I guess I have a more realistic expectation of what these patch things look like, and no wonder Purge can go 11 hours on fucking patch notes. I get it now. It's a lot, and you can sit there and talk about each specific situation and just go on and off about it. So yeah, thank you guys for joining me with this. I've never really done this on stream by myself before. I did one with Sunsfan a long time ago. But yeah. I'm going to thanks, Shannon. I'm going to turn the stream off and cut the VOD and upload it to YouTube. And then I'm gonna go eat, relax a bit, and then I'll be back to play pubs probably somewhere around 10, 11-ish. And I assume because it's the fucking new patch day, there's gonna be people playing. But if not, I'll play on the Ice Mike Smurf. But I actually want to play a lot, so we'll see what's going on. Thanks all for joining me. Take care. Have a good one. And Ziggy says bye. Say bye, buddy. All right, he's done.